Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What's up with it, y'all? Yeah, we back. My bad. I know it's been a couple of days, but that's how it be once you start getting busy and once you just living life. But at first I didn't have anything really to come and talk about. I didn't really have anything to come and talk about, but I always got something to come and talk about. That's the crazy thing. And and before, like I said, I didn't have anything, and then I went to go and try to pick a thumbnail for this video, which I just be throwing any thumbnail out there to tell the truth. I just go grab thumbnails I made a long time ago, but I like never used. So I seen this thumbnail of the demon and the angel on the shoulder of the demon. So I said, "Oh, this would be a good thumbnail right here." I said, "Oh, let me go on and choose this thumbnail right here." The reason I chose this thumbnail right here is because this is how it be to me. Like a lot of people have these ways that they think are good, but it's kind of evil. You know what I'm saying? It's evil without them even knowing. But it's always the angel on the shoulder of the demon, giving the demon the things to do. So the demon actually thinks it's the angel, and then the angel actually think it's the demon because all the moves that the so-called angel is making, it's the demon on the shoulder of the angel saying, "Do this, do that," and like maybe I'm crazy, but if you start to pay attention to it, like I always say, when I say something, just look, listen and then go and look, or listen and think about it and just look at it, and you'll see it in so many different ways in the things that's happening in the games that people play. Not only just regular people, but we're talking about government officials, we're talking about lawyers. Like I was even tripping off that about how a lawyer can defend the person that they know did something wrong, that they know did something terribly wrong, but the lawyer will still defend that person and try to get that person off on the case, which we've seen in the movie with Keanu Reeves and the dude that played Scarface. You feel me? We seen that in that movie to where the devil was, you know, giving him all these different people to defend, and then he had the one guy that was like a pedophile, you feel me, and he knew the dude was wrong, but he still played the game of the lawyer and got the guy off. And like I've been watching a lot of different lawyer cases, and it's been like that to where all the evidence is mounted. It's showing that that person did what they did, but the lawyer still has to play the game of trying to defend them and get them off the case. And I'm like going, dang, man, it just kind of makes me think about a lot of things. Like you got this demon sitting on the shoulder of the angel, and then you got this angel sitting on the shoulder of the demon. So it's like the ones that a lot of times that you would think would be evil will actually be good and doing good works. And then the person that you think is good will be the evil one doing evil works, but acting like they're good. And it's like crazy how this world is made up. But all in all, man, I'm just kind of, I'll be happy when I come back here and we be able to have these talks and be able to talk about certain things that we talk about, especially when we dive into talking about psychedelics. That always kind of get my blood going, even though I'm not diving in as much as I used to. And I think the reason I don't dive in as much as I used to because I think I used psychedelics for what I needed to. I got what I wanted. I got what everything that I was looking for. I got it, that and more. And like the things that I wasn't looking for, I learned so much along the way of these experiences of understanding reality, seeing reality. You feel me? Running into these different entities that I never knew nothing about. It's like you learn so much, and then you kind of carry it with you. It doesn't leave. It stays with you over time, and it works with you, and it make you kind of see yourself in the way that you act and the way you present yourself, the ways that you present yourself. Like I'm not saying that you're just gonna stop doing everything the wrong way, because we don't understand that the wrong way sometimes it help us to better ourselves. We have to make these mistakes in order to better ourselves. That's why I don't even think they're mistakes anymore. There's something beyond that. These are like lessons, different life lessons that you go through in life as you going through life, and you walking through this thing. It's almost like walking down the sidewalk and then you trip and you almost fall. Like when you look down and you didn't trip, and you like going, wow, you probably hit your knee or something like that, like I did when I tried to step over the thing and hit my knee. My knee been hurting for 2 weeks. I ain't even gonna hold you. I got a big old gash on it. But it kind of teaches you something. It teaches you, okay, dang, when you look down and you go, oh wow, I stepped on that rock that was right there. Or I tripped. What's up with it, awoken one? I stepped on that rock. It shows you a lesson in, okay, dang, I got to be careful where I walk at now. Now sometimes I got to look down. I can't just walk around looking up and not paying attention to where I'm stepping at. It's like all these different things that even go on in your life that you might think is bad is for you to learn. From you to learn from different things in order to learn these life lessons as you're going through life. So it's like almost like nothing in life is actually bad. There's just lessons to be learned in life, things to do and what to do and what not to do. And we get caught up in that, and we start calling it bad, and we start calling it evil, and we start putting all these weird labels on it when it's just life doing what life does. It's like weird, bro. It's hella weird. That life just does what it do. It do what it do. It do what it do. You can label it as you want to, but you got to understand, once you start dropping the labels, that's when the chaos begins. That's when all the chaos. I was watching. I don't never really watch Sad Guru, but I was watching him yesterday, and it was something that he was talking about. He was talking about, once he started to get the fame, and he started, to be the person that he is and sharing the information that he is, that's when everybody comes for you. They start making up all these different stories and, throwing out these different stories to try to discredit you, which he was like, man, like they telling me now I got to get security and I got to have security. And he like, man, I don't need security. Forget security. You feel me? Because it's like when you start to do something that's good, you're gonna get attacked. We've seen this over time. We've seen this every we've seen it with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, with Jesus. We've seen it with Buddha. We've seen it with all these different people that lived life and began to do something that was helping other people, and then you had ones that came along and tried to discredit them and stop that movement that they was making. And it's like I seen that with Sad Guru, which, like I said, I don't watch Sad Guru. I heard a lot of stuff and seen a lot of things on him that I kind of didn't like, but at the same time, it's like this is like I think one of the things that we actually do. We try to find that thing that's gonna discredit that person. And it's like when we stop actually looking for that all the time and just listen to the information and accept the information, all the other stuff kind of get put out the door. I'm not saying that if a person is doing these things, you're not supposed to, because if they doing the things that they say they doing, yay, man, I'm like, I'm cool. I'm not even trying to pay attention to it, because some of these people, man, they be spreading information, but on the inside they be just so dirty. They be doing some weird shit, bro. They be turning into a straight coat. I said, now I think that's the one thing that I was scared of coming in and doing this channel. Like I didn't want to turn into like being like some type of cult leader or something like that, bro. That shit is scary as shit, bro. I'm far from being that, and I'm not trying to be nothing like that. I'm not trying to be the guru. I'm not trying to be none of that. I'm here just to show everybody that the power is basically within you. Like you the power. You the battery that's powering the different things that we are seeing, the different things that we come in contact with, the different things that we believe, the ideas that we have. We are the power behind all these things. That's how come we can take somebody and make them into a sad guru. That's how come we, like, the people make the Terrence McKennas. The people make the Ram Dosses. Ram Doss and Terrence McKenna and Sad Guru, they didn't make themselves. Because if they would have did that, they would have just been off somewhere and nobody would have never knew who they were. But it took for a person to point them out and say, hey, that person is this. And then they showed it to another person that said, oh, yeah, they is. And then everybody started following that person. It didn't matter who it was. If it was Drake, you feel me? And then somebody like Kendrick Lamar come along and say, hey, Drake, I heard you like them young. Hey, that shit is hilarious. Every time I think about it, I'll be walking around the house talking to my son. Hey, Blake, I heard you like them young. You feel me? Because he's young. But I'm just saying, it's crazy when you start to see that you are the battery behind a lot of these different. Oh, okay. You are the battery behind a lot of the different ideas and the different beliefs. It don't matter what the belief is or what it is. I had to kind of dive in because the Billy Carson and I forgot the other dude name that looked like a reptilian that was going against Billy Carson. Like, I've been diving in on their stuff too, like on his stuff, because people been coming out. Because after he did that with Billy Carson, Joe Rogan picked him up and he went on Joe Rogan's show and he did a whole thing on Joe Rogan's show. But if you go and you actually look, you'll find other people that's saying that even he got it wrong. That he even got it wrong. Like, you'll find other scholars that are deeper into it than him, and then they're saying that he got it wrong. And I'm like going, wait, hold on, bro. You feel me? Because it was like a win-win for the Christians when he did what he did with Billy Carson. It was like a win-win, but when you start to really pay attention to what was going on, it was like they was creating a narrative. You feel me? They was creating a narrative and they was following the narrative that they already have, so it's crazy because once you start to believe in something and you start to accept it, you're going to find ways to make yourself right in your belief. It don't matter what it is. Just like Billy Carson, I'm not saying he's any different. The same way, the things that he believed, he's going to find ways to make himself right instead of even leaving himself open to the information. They're going to find ways to make their self right in order to follow that narrative and keep that narrative going. And like, once you start to pay attention, you start to see this is what everybody's doing. Everybody is playing that game, because if I believe, like, say if I'm a Christian, I'm a devout Christian and I believe in Christianity, and I come and I share the same Christian methods that's been shared over time, bro, if I would have did this channel behind Christianity, I would have been so far up there. Even if I would have did my channel behind psychedelics and followed psychedelics 100% in the way that everybody, if I would have played the game like everybody plays it, I would have been so far out there. I would have been out of reach. You feel me? I would have had over 500,000 subscribers. And that's the crazy part, is because I don't play the game the way everybody else play it. You feel me? I'm not, making it seem like psychedelics is the say-all-be-all method. It's it's one of the best. I ain't going to hold you. It's one of the best. And what you get out of psychedelics, you can't get in a lot of these other different methods that people try to make it seem like you can. It's like, nah, they're lying. You can't. You just can't. Like, a lot of us did it. We didn't try the other methods. You feel me? That's why we came to psychedelics and we started diving in on psychedelics. And a lot of people were scared to dive in on psychedelics because don't nobody want to see demons. Don't nobody want to see gods. Don't nobody want to really see this stuff. They like to talk about it. Like, I can talk about it, but I really don't want to see it. I don't want to sit in front of Ganesh and have no conversation with Ganesh. I don't want to sit in front of something that I think is a demon and have this conversation with this thing and find out the real info. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. Now, it's easier for me to go and read about it. It's easier for me to go and read about it than look in a book, because now I get to create my own narrative without the narrative showing me what it actually is. And I think that's what it is. A lot of people don't want to dissolve the belief system that they already have. That's why a lot of people is just not, looking into psychedelics like that. But it's getting bigger now. It's getting bigger, but it's weird because, like, once people start diving in, they begin to play the game in that way. And like psychedelics just, made my life like the best thing. And look at me now and look at what I'm doing and all these different things. And then later on, you see this person fucking depressed. You feel me? I didn't lost my wife. I didn't lost my family. You feel me? And you see it within you see it happen all the time. I see it with a lot of big channels. Like, remember Psych Substance? You feel me? Like, Psych Substance, like that was one of my favorites. And it was like, it lets you know that what this life thing, anything that you learn within this thing, it doesn't stop life from happening or doing what it does. It doesn't stop that. It might change the way you look at it, but it don't stop all this shit from happening. It don't stop the bad stuff from happening. Your life is just not gonna be just perfect like in a good way perfect. You feel me? The bad ways is perfect also, because every time something happens bad, bro, it happens bad in the perfect way. It don't never not happen in the perfect bad way. Like, that's the one thing I start seeing. I said, dang, you feel me? Like, when I fell there, it was the perfect fall. It wasn't like I fell and it was like, something else. No, it was like, let's see, wait, hold on, let me see what you said. He said, yeah, but he was going in with other stuff, not just Sykes, LOL. He was going hard too. Yeah, he was going in on a lot of stuff. But do you remember Sleepy E? Remember Sleepy E? Sleepy E, I remember that was my boy too right there, because like me and him talked a couple of times and he just kind of disappeared. Like a lot of people that was like kind of diving in, bro, you'll get lost. See, this is the one thing that I think people don't understand too, is that psychedelics will take you somewhere to where you'll go and you'll never come back here. You'll never come back to reality. And I think a lot of people don't know that. But if you go talk to, like, I was talking to my father-in-law, which he is like he like 70 something years old, and he used to take LSD back in the days a lot. He talking about the Purple Sunshine and all the different LSD brands that they had back then, and he was telling me about people that got lost in it, to where like he almost got lost, and when he came back, somebody told him like, dang, you back, huh? And he like, yeah. They like, man, that means you got a powerful mind if you went all the way that far and then you made it back. You actually made it back. A lot of people don't make it back. A lot of people don't make it back into reality from just diving in. Maybe, I don't know, can't remember the name, but I might. Yeah, Sleepy E. Sleepy E, he made the video about the gestures, and he made a lot of different videos, bro. Sleepy E was dope. And then, next thing you know, you seen him trying to hit backflips, and, he just kind of, I don't know, he kind of went out there. Bro. You'll get lost because I think it's the places it take you, bro. You'll get lost in your own mind. Like, you'll literally get lost in your own mind if you don't be careful and know what you are doing. And I seen a lot of people do it. I seen a lot of people get lost in their own mind, and I think that's the one thing that used to kind of scare me when I used to dive in. I used to be like, dang, it felt like I wasn't gonna come back. It felt like that's what it felt like. But then after a while, when I realized I was coming back every time, like I kind of got used to it. I kind of got used to going, like I always wanted to go as far out as I could. Like I'm trying to go as far out as I could because I never wanted to get trapped in my own ideas. So I wanted to go beyond me, what I thought I was. I wanted to go beyond my ideas, beyond my mind, beyond. I wanted to go beyond that and step outside of that and be able to look at it from a perspective that wasn't actually looking at it as myself. Like, if you get what I'm saying, it was like, because once I found myself and I seen that it was me, it was like, okay, can I go beyond me? Can I go outside of me? Can I get beyond the me that I think that I am? Can I get beyond the ideas that I have, not just of psychedelics, but what I have of the world, what I have of life, what I have of God? Can I go beyond that? And I guess that's why I used to push myself out there. And it was like always better for me to do it at home. That's why it was always better for me to do it at home alone by myself, because I didn't have nothing stopping me. I guess it matters on the specific individual person. Man, hell yeah, it matters, bro. You can, man. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna try to do that to where I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put together a couple of videos of people that that fucking lost their damn mind. Not just with the like with even the information. Remember young Pharaoh? Young Pharaoh, fucking just with knowing the information, and you get big headed and you think you know everything, and you fucking just lose yourself. Young Pharaoh, I can name a gang of people that just from the information, from just diving in on the information, and then the information, it'd be too much for your mind to handle. You feel me? It'd be too much. Then you get to walk around. Now you getting, you got the eye of Horus on your face and all this type of shit. You feel me? Like that's the one thing that I found myself never doing, was playing into the narrative of, now I have to dress like this. Now I have to be like this. Now I got to wear this kind of stuff. Now I never played into that narrative of doing that. You feel me? We seen it with, what's that other dude name, man? Nature Boy. You feel me? Nature Boy. Young Pharaoh. We seen it with a lot of different people that was getting the information and that understood and knew the information, but they didn't know how far they was going deep into the information. Because when you get deep up in there and you find out that this shit is an illusion, man, that shit'll make you lose it. It'll make you lose your mind. Like, I was watching the video too today, to where because they've been coming out with all these CIA documents. And and I was saying this a long time ago. I always felt like, the government, the CIA, they already did all these studies. They already know where we come from. They know where we go. They know the whole story of what's going on, because they already done studied it. They've been doing it for so long. We're talking about the early 1900s to now, that they had to study all these different things and test them out on people and like over and over, soldiers, and you feel me, college students, and they done tested it for so long. They already have the information. They know all these things. You feel me? And like they was even talking about, it's crazy though, because whenever, if you notice, watch, bro, you think I'll be playing. Reality is the trippiest thing once you start catching on to it. Because, like I said, you'll start saying things and then you'll be watching something and it'll say it on the TV. Like we was doing it yesterday. I was talking to my son when he came over, my oldest son, and me and him sitting up there talking, and then the TV will say the same thing that we saying. And I tell him, like, look, did you just hear that? I was like, you just said that, and they just said it right there. And then, like, I was in here. I was watching another video, and I was about to smoke a black and mild. As soon as I lit it up, the guy on the channel picked up his black and mild and lit it up. Like, you'll start seeing the certain connections that are going on, that are creating this thing, and it's like it's kind of trippy, bro. It's kind of trippy to pay attention to. And then you'll hear us come here and we'll be talking about something. And then you can go watch somebody else's video. And then they'll be saying the same thing. Like, that's what got me out of following a lot of different things that I used to follow. Like, you know, I used to follow a lot of different people and watch their stuff and be connected to their stuff. And then I started to see that, dang, you feel me? Like, I'm not saying nothing different than them. It's almost like reading the Bible every day. You feel me? Like every day you reading the same thing every day. You just going over what you already know. You feel me? And like it seems like in a lot of ways, like that's what be happening. It's like we'll be reading something, or you feel me, or we'll be studying the same thing over and over and over and over. And it's like, is it helping? Or is it just helping to keep you in a state of mind at that time that you're listening to it, to keep you in that state? It's like, once you learn that you have control over your different states of existence, your states of mind, your ideas and shit, once you learn that, you don't really need all the other things. Because every time you go back, like I said, and listen to them, they're going to be saying exactly what you was already saying. They're not going to be saying nothing different. And it's crazy because we'll hear it from 1,000 different people, 1,000 different videos that we watch, and we'll listen to the same stuff over and over. It's like all the information or the knowledge is just regurgitated and it's played over and over again. Like they'll come out with a video and it'll say, hidden knowledge right here. As soon as it say hidden knowledge, you go and you watch it and it'll be saying some shit that you already know. You feel me? And it's just, that's what it's made for, so it can make you go, yep, I knew it. And then Terrence McKenna say the same thing Ram Dass said. Then Ram Dass will say the same thing that, what's the other drunk guys who be talking? Alan Watts. You feel me? And it'll just be said in a different way, but it be the same information over and over again. And it's like, how long or how much of this information do you got to actually play to yourself before you actually get it, before you actually accept it or understand it? Like, is this a state that you're trying to get stuck in order to keep yourself feeling a certain way when you already control that feeling? You're already in that state. You can keep that state going. Oh yeah. You know what I was saying too, bro? I said, man, I need to start making videos on my dreams. I'm going to start doing that. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna have to write this down. I'm gonna have to put it in my phone, and because I need to start making videos on my dreams, because my dreams be so crazy, and like I dream every time I sleep still. But now, like when I dream, most of the time when I wake up, I can remember it in full. Like I was telling my son my dream, like He said, I was telling him for like about 30 minutes, and he said, Dad, you was only asleep for like 5 or 10 minutes. I said, well, it must not be no time in the dream, because I spent the whole day in the dream. And it went into nighttime to where we was at an after party in the nighttime in the dream. And I'm going, what the fuck? I'm like going, man, I was only asleep for 5 minutes, man. My dream seemed like it lasted all day, bro. All day. It was like the trippiest thing. And then it just happened again. You feel me? Earlier today, you feel me? Because I've been up late and shit. So I took a nap, and I woke up from a dream that was just outlandish. I couldn't really understand it. It was like me and my girl, and but it was like a younger her. It was like a younger her, like probably like 20 years old. And she was like trying to tell her mom something, and her mom was loading up the car, so she wasn't listening. And then my girl fused, like she fused, bro, to where it was like the weirdest thing. She fused with her older self, so it was so to where she couldn't stand up and she fell down, right? And she fused with her older self to where she had 4 legs, 4 arms, and 2 heads. But you couldn't really, the face wasn't made out on the heads yet, but she was laying on the ground and she was still talking. But the talk wasn't coming from her face. It was coming from inside her chest or her stomach right here. So like me and her mom is like, we can't hear you. What you saying? Like, trying to listen to where we we was putting our ear like close to like her, like right here on her, in order to try to hear what she was saying, and that's how we was talking to her, bro. But it seemed like it was normal. But like in my face, her younger self fused with her older self, and it was like both of them together. It was like trippy as shit. What's up with it? Ali say, "Time flies when you having fun in the dream world." Or this one, yeah, exactly. It's like time don't exist. I don't get it. Sometimes I don't get it because in the dream world, I don't see no clocks. I don't. It don't be no time. Like the last, Ollie can laugh because my last dream, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm just going to tell you, yeah, because it was trippy as hell. So, I was married to Tia. Like I wasn't married to her. I was talking to her. Tia and Tamira, the twins that had the fucking TV show. I was in a relationship with her, and she had got me on this show that I had to go to, and I went to the show, right? I went to the show, and like I'm at the show, and like I seen all the different people, like 2 Chainz, so like all these different people there, right? And I'm conversating with them, they recording, and like when it got up to them to do my interview, it was this other girl that was a rapper that went in front of me. No, it was a dude that was a rapper that went in front of me. And he was like trying to like, be hard. Like, no, I'm going to go before you. And I'm like, nah, bro, look, hold on. It's my turn. You feel me? If you would have asked me, it would have been different. But then you didn't. So I'm going to go on and take my turn. And like me and him was like going back and forth over this. And I don't know how, but he ended up being a female, and now I'm talking to the female, and she like, all right, yeah, she was like, my bad, and this and that, right? So when I got ready to do the interview, they said, nah, we're gonna take a break right now, we're gonna let everybody go and eat lunch and this and that, and I'm like, okay, all right. So it's lunchtime, so I'm standing there, right? And I got these old burgundy Nikes that I've been having for years. I'm talking about like 15 years. And I look down at my shoes, right? And I don't know why, but my sole came apart from the bottom. So from the bottom almost to where I could see the opening around it. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, man, what the hell going on with my shoes? I said, man, I'm about to go home and change my shoes. So I go outside and I jump in my car. It was like a weird ass Lamborghini or something, but the Lamborghini was like almost cut in half, like when I say half, it was like the wheels and half the Lamborghini was molded into the ground. And I still got into the car, and I'm like going, dang, why my car on the ground like this? I backed up, and it was like I could hear it dragging on the ground, and then I went forward, and I was able to come out the ground or something and take off, and I drove to the house, and she was there. She was at the house and my son was there. I'm like telling my son, like, yeah, you was there. You was doing what you doing now, doing homework on your computer, but you was like chilling in my bed and stuff and on your computer. And man, you was talking. And like when I walked in, your shoes was in the middle of the floor, just laying crazy. Your Jordans was just right there. The black and white was, I'm like telling you, bro, why you just leave your shoes right here? Why you didn't set them over there or put them where they supposed to go? Why you just lay them down just anywhere? And he like, oh, I'll take care of it. And then she came in and I'm talking to Tia and she like going, yeah, I bought these shoes for you. And she had like 3 boxes of shoes and she was like started opening them and to try to show me. And I was like, no, I got to change real fast and I got to get back to the show. And she was like, huh? She was like, but I just got these for you. I'm like, okay, but hold on. I'll look at them when I get back. I got to hurry up and get back because my interview is coming up right now. She like, okay, I'm going to walk you out. And she go to walk me out. And then we walk out the door and we talking like it's crazy, right? Because I like the love, I could feel in that dream, I could feel the love that she had for me and I had for her. It was like the trippiest fucking thing, bro. Like I could feel it. Like the love of a relationship. That shit was dope as shit. I'm not gonna hold you. But we walk out the door and we go down the street and I was like going, I'm gonna take your car because my car was low to the ground and shit. So she gave me the keys and we went to her friend's house. She said, I'm gonna just stay over here at my friend's house till you get back. And it was some dude, I don't know if he was gay or not. It was just kind of weird because we in his house, and like when we walk in, it was just him. But then when I go to walk out, it was like an old dude on the couch was like a breathing machine or something. And then it was like kids laid out on the floor, some little white kids and shit at that. And I'm like, step over these little white kids on the way out. And I go out the door, and I'll go to find her car. And that's when the story, this is when it got weird. Cause it had to be like in LA or something. And I'm walking to the car. And as I'm walking to the car, I see these two dudes on the side of me walking. And it was weird because my voice came in and started narrating the story like it was a news channel. It was like, yeah, and over here, this is a bad neighborhood, and it's a lot of things. It's a lot of gang violence. The gang members, they be doing this, and look, as these two gang members go up here and they threw something. I don't know what it was, but they threw it up the street at the other gang members, and when they threw it, as soon as they did it, they pulled out a gun and they started shooting that way. And then they pointed the gun at me. And then they was like, but they knew that he wasn't in the gang, so they didn't shoot him. They let him keep walking. I'm narrating the story in my mind as I'm living the story out at the same time. But the narration is like louder than everything that's going on. It's like, what the fuck? This shit is trippy as shit. So, but I get past that and I went, and like I said, I, did all the interview, and after that had an after party and shit. My son is like, bro, Dad, you was only asleep for like 5 minutes. And I'm going, well, all that happened in my dream though. Like all of it happened. It was like the craziest thing, bro. I said, golly. I said, I need to start, when I have these crazy dreams, I said, I'm going to start just, I'm going to name it Dream Time or something, because I dream every night, and I'm going to start talking about it, because some of the dreams just be crazy. Because one time, the other dream I had, it was like I was doing something within the dream, and then you know how you looking at something, like say if you looking at a TV, like no, say if you just looking at reality like this straight, and then I'm looking at myself in third person, and I'm the person, and I'm walking and I'm doing something, and then the page turned, like it was actually like a book, and it turned the page, and it was something else going on, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I start flipping through the pages, but it was like a screen though. It was like life, like this life, and you just flip the page and now you somewhere else doing something else. Or you flip the page and it's a different timeline, and it's like, what the fuck, bro? That shit was crazy as hell. I said, I wish I would have recorded that one and remembered it, because I forgot a lot that happened, but it was like trippy, bro. And I don't know if I want to say it got something to do with the psychedelics, but yeah, it got to. It got to, because all the dives that I took in, and once I stopped smoking weed, because, I still don't smoke weed. So it's like, now I'm just dreaming. I'm dreaming every time I sleep. It don't stop. The dreams do not stop. But I see people in Discord, and I'm just rambling. I'm just actually just rambling. And I think that's because I'm rambling because the simple fact, like I was talking about earlier before anybody got here, I was talking about the picture that I put on the thumbnail, and I put that picture because like it was a video that I had made a long time ago. I made so many videos I never uploaded, but it was basically about how like the evil person that is doing evil, that we consider to be evil, that's doing evil, is actually doing good, because it's an angel on the shoulder telling the demon what to do. And then vice versa, the person that's doing good is actually doing bad. They don't even know that it's a demon on their shoulder telling them what to do. And it's like the shit is like kind of backwards if you start to pay attention to different people out here that's doing what they do, whether they're sharing information, whether they're making videos or whatever they doing. It's actually like the person that's presenting themselves to be good, it's like a demon on their shoulder telling them what to do. And then it's like on this side, the person that you think is evil and doing something bad, it's an angel going, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's an angel actually directing all their steps. But the outside appearance of them is the evilness. and it's like kind of weird, bro. And I forgot how I explained it in that video. But on that note, I'm gonna open up Discord because I see Theo and Sun Tzu in the Discord. So I'm gonna open it up and pop it open and see what they talking about because that was enough rambling for me. That was a whole lot. What's up with it, Theo? Sun Tzu?
Yo, what up? What up? What up?
What's up,
What up,
man?
buddy?
Oh, nothing. Just was chopping it up on the live. I seen y'all in here. You know I had to pop in.
All right, man. I think it's time to spark that fucking blunt now, man.
Man, dang. Y'all know
Don't
I
tell me.
can't smoke. Nah.
Nah, he's smoking that other blunt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
I
that.
can't. Yeah, I can't smoke. I can if I want to, but you know,
You're all
I
right. Like that sometimes.
yeah, it be like that sometimes. I gotta go to I gotta go to my interview tomorrow and shit. Well, not I ain't gonna call it an interview. It's orientation, so I can start school and shit.
What's the worst they could say at the interview, Mr. Anderson?
Mister. Nah, they gonna
What to do tomorrow?
yeah, they gonna do they gonna test me and everything tomorrow, bro. Theo,
Okay.
they gonna drug test me.
Damn. You got that Certo flow.
I
That
know,
shit.
right?
That
It's
shit. Walmart, man.
all the shit is out though. You feel me? It's all out. I ain't gotta worry about it.
Oh,
Because I ain't smoked in long enough. So
Okay.
it's been like 4 weeks, a month. It's been like a month now.
Mm.
So hopefully it's all the way out. You know, if
What
it's
Yeah.
if there's a smoking a blunt in your mind right now, smoked up,
That's
stuck in your leg somewhere?
man, I wish I could visit him and smoke one with him.
Uh, You'd be a cool ass jester in that.
Hey, man.
In
There's
that
always
way.
it's true.
You said it's always what?
Mushrooms.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you oh no, I ain't I ain't gonna stop. I ain't gonna stop diving, bro. You feel me? I'm not diving as much, but I'm not gonna stop diving at all. Like I'm about to have a DMT trip this week. Maybe
Uh,
tomorrow.
about to have one tonight.
Hey, don't say that, cause we can turn this into a whole DMT video. Cause I'll go in with you. That's the last thing
Well, that's the first thing we need to talk about right now because DMT and Mary and Lucy, yeah, they know each other. No,
Yeah,
Mary and Demetri, yeah, they know each other.
they know
And
each
they're here
other, and
throughout the cosmic lessons. I feel like the back of my spine is tingling. So I can feel it's in the east. You might be able to do it. Sun Tzu's going in right now.
yeah, I'm like
Whatever.
Sanzu, you go in, I tap in with you on the Dimitri. I said, man, that last Dimitri trip was wild as shit. That shit came up. Man, hey, Sanzu, I hit that shit like 10 times, bro. I just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. And I'm thinking it's not working. Boy, that shit hit me like a train. It hit me like a train. I was gone. I said, oh shit. Oh shit.
He was off the dermatology.
Man, that shit hit me hard. It hit me hard. That was like, it was a dope one too. It was a dope one. Like I had no recollection of anything. It's wild how the DMT kind of take you back over all your trips. It's like that's the beginning. That's the high coming up. You seeing all your experiences you done had.
That DMT showed me I ain't on no damn trip. How about that shit?
Man,
Vividly.
man, I could dig that. I could dig that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you ain't on one.
You know,
The life is the trip though. I be feeling like Sun Tzu.
hey, bro. That's it.
Yeah, life is the trip. So
Or
so
trip to life.
Wait, say it again, Theo.
Life is the trip, or trip is the life?
Both. Both of them. Both assists.
Both of them.
Both. Not both. Both. Both of them.
Both of them.
Oof. Bufo.
Bufo.
Bufo are various.
Yep.
Yeah, cause I kind of been just sitting back. You feel me? I said, dang, I'm not gonna go unless it called me. I ain't go. I got back on that to where, if it called me, I'm gonna go.
Whatever God do, bro. It ain't you.
And it's calling me.
Yeah.
That's how I knew. I knew I was gonna go this week though. Sometime I said, yeah, I'm gonna go and just take one this week for the team. Take one for the team because I gotta.
Better not take it tonight. Your ass probably don't go into no damn interview tomorrow. Be like, man, I already eat dinner, fool.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I almost didn't. I almost turned the whole job down. You feel me? Because everything been going so smooth lately. Even after I started like making money on TikTok Shop, I said I can keep doing this and make more money on the job. But I said, nah, I'm just.
It's just like the music, man. Surround sound. So everything is everything, man. So anything can go down. So you just do whatever is available, as long as that's what you want to do.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking to myself. Like, is this what I want to do, or this is what everybody telling me I should do? And then you start finding out that everything you doing is what people telling you should do. This is what you should do. You doing it wrong.
You too. It just be you too. Remember, the people ain't nothing really people because they don't really know your business. So obviously it is you because they don't even know you. They just see what you show. So who are them to tell you something that's already been told? So it is you. Everything is you.
Damn, man, I didn't see this UFO right here. The UFO Hornet's Nest. The UFO Hornet's Nest.
What's that?
Some shit. I just opened up my phone and just seen. I don't even know if this shit is real. This shit look crazy as hell.
Like a big red ball in the sky type shit.
Nah, it's like a giant black fucking. I don't know what the fuck to call it. That shit look crazy as shit, man.
Yeah, I just looked at Eric V post. It says time moved through strange, but not. He didn't say strange angle. This time he said strange ankle. Remember I said that gesture. That gesture's in your leg smoking the blunt. So time moves through strange ankle, but that's like a Mandela effect.
I'm gonna record it and post it in the Discord real fast.
Hey, we live.
Yeah, we lit.
Hey, I just wanted to give a shout out to Cryo. We lit.
We lit, Cryo.
Give the alley cat.
Yeah, give a shout out to Alley Cat.
And there's no other way to say it. Shout out to Alley Cat. Shout out to Alley Frack.
Right.
The Alley Fracked.
We ain't just cutting off around here in our alley. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna post this thing in the Discord so I can show y'all on YouTube. Is it real or is it fake?
Is it cake? Will it frack?
Will it or will it not?
Is it real or cake?
Because it's never that.
Is it real or cake? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. But everybody got an idea of what the fuck it is.
Everybody trying to cut it open with a knife, like Freddy. But just to see if it's cake or is it real?
I just posted in the general. I'm about to show y'all on YouTube this whatever this thing is. That shit is crazy.
Damn.
What, evidence of the existence of non-human intelligence?
Basically.
Or what are we talking about right now?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, Theo. I have
Yo,
no
something
idea.
big is yo. It looks like a big gyration. No, that's not. That's not real, bro. War of the Worlds is now happening, Neo. Machine City. We are blocking the sun.
What the heck, bro? That look crazy. I bet in the
No,
comments
that
they
looks simply crazy, bro. Is that hornet's nest? Is that some type of a war term they're using?
probably. I think they made this with AI. You know, they making all this AI stuff.
Cryo, did you make that with just GPT?
Make what?
That hornet's nest.
You made that video? Or you were there when they filmed it?
Who knows?
Is that an average day in Ohio? Have you seen anything like that?
Never.
uh,
Looks fake to me.
the hornet's nest, huh? The UFOs need to go on and come out of there, man. The if it was if it was actually UFOs, you feel me?
Yeah.
Imagine the purple lady sees that. She get back out of that hyperdimensional realm. You're on Earth again, freaking those humans, and you brought black sludge. Everyone's gonna freak out. Get back in this hyperdimensional.
Get your ass back up in this hyperdimensional. What are you doing? What are you gonna scare the people?
Why are you gray?
You're gonna scare the people. That's what you're gonna do. We can't have this. This is insubordination right here.
They didn't take drugs. They didn't ask to see us.
Because you know some of the people was like, I told you, aliens is real. Something big about to happen. Their system. Their system. What? Oh, their saying goes back to your house, bro. Hey, it's always something big about to happen. Big Chill. I knew Big Chill was gonna pop in once we started talking about aliens.
We don't say the A word, but yeah, exactly. What up, Big Chill?
Yeah, you know Big Chill gonna pop in. He gonna pop in and say something because them is kids.
Or because they said on the United Nation and the Galactic Federation of Light and the Non-Human Intelligence Council, they put out a new issuing for all people. They said if you want to be fractally monetized to make schmeckles in the Galactic Alliance of streamers, you can't say the A word because alien. I said it. This is for teaching purposes. They'll understand, but I'm just saying for the A word you'll get desensitized. Deschmeckified and demonetized.
Deschmeckified for real.
It's not. It's really just disrespectful, though. It's unkind to call someone that.
I wonder if
they're not even from a different universe.
If I can share the whole video, though, let me see. If I can share this whole video. That's fucking crazy.
Are you getting schmeckles though from the interplanetary cable system too?
No. Two schmeckles.
Remember, you have to put that purple crystal that Rick puts into the interdimensional cable.
They only gonna give me 2 schmeckles. That's it.
2
schmeckles. Shit! There it go. There it go. Okay, I got the whole. I posted the whole video. Now I'm gonna show you this whole video, Big Chill, man. You gonna have to call your kids off, man. You gonna have to. You
have to get in the house, kids. They're playing frisbee.
You gonna have to call your kids off, Big Chill. Look at that, bro. Is that no? That ain't. That can't be real. I think some.
It looks like art. Like Arthur, like that show Arthur they used to show on TV.
I ain't seen that. That shit look
the real voice. The audio comes from a video of somebody at KFC, and they're in there smoking some new flocka, a new drug.
I didn't even play the voice. I didn't play the voice. Look how the little fire and shit coming. How'd they get that back there? It must have been a little dust tornado. and then they had to throw that in some type of way. I don't. If they did a good dang job of putting that thing in there, whatever the fuck that is. They did a good job of that. I can say.
It's a dark matter. It looks like a machine from the Matrix, but super big.
Super huge, huh? They gonna,
Like even like living stars in there.
what the?
I got my
What if
phone on
that?
black and white mode.
It looked like it might be a star. You feel me? Aliens told me. I bet the aliens
It
did tell
looks like
you.
a dark matter black cloud.
Man, if an alien came out of there, bro, people wouldn't know what to do. I can't wait till the aliens actually come and show themselves to everybody.
Oh, they're gonna come here because you keep saying the A word, so they're gonna be here first. And I'm gonna be like, I told him, he means well. Like this is true life story. He is a human ambassador.
It'll be like
for peace.
you're desmecalized, okay?
You are desmeckified.
Desmeckified. It's you're doing too much. You mentioned us. I said they need to just show themselves, Big Chill. I don't know why the aliens is playing games.
You just gotta call them the fam or the others.
A fan.
And they don't like it when you confuse them between like some of them come from Earth and some of them come from off planet. So they don't like to be generalized, marginalized, fractalized, and alienated.
Yeah, I didn't play
and
that.
They are brothers
Big
and
Chill.
sisters.
They gonna be like,
And our swine.
hey, alien, I heard you like them young. You better not ever go to cell block 1.
No, the guy was like, "Oh fuck, this is Ohio for real." But he said, "You better get right with God." That's what he was saying in the video.
Oh, for real? The video? That's what he said? I didn't even hear what he said.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that online no more, but he said, "You better get right with God."
Oh, wow.
I told you better get right with Jah.
Get right with Jah right now.
That's mad scary.
Soon as he showed that, people start praying. God,
What's more important, getting right with a being that don't talk to you, or getting right with yourself?
Both.
Hey now, you don't know who talks to who.
It's both. It's both, because the God talk to everybody.
I mean,
he do talk to you.
That's my testament. I do not hear God at all.
You do,
but you hear yourself. You just don't call it God.
Yeah, exactly.
And whether you don't hear it in words, you might hear it in images or subtle sensation.
Yeah.
And that's that whisper in your ear. Jiminy Cricket.
You just don't.
That's why they say 3 little birds landed by my window.
Yeah, you just don't. You scared to call it God, because it goes against all nature and the beings. It goes against all the sense of reality. So that voice in there, you can't call it God. Only when you think.
And they always
God.
say whenever God shows up, they're like, either you're high, there's a burning bush, or there's always an angel. It's never actually God. It's some type of messenger, which is now symbolism for a bird, a bug, and all kinds of little creatures, little hyperdimensional critters that come through with that message.
Man, because I'm gonna tell you though, Theo, God, like he stopped doing all the miraculous things back in the days. You feel me? All the miraculous, like healing people from not being able to see and healing people from different diseases and stuff. He stopped all
adding
that.
a nug to their 20 stack after they bought it.
Exactly.
It was short.
Exactly. That's what he's doing now.
He's doing that.
He's adding. That's what he started doing. He's giving people what they want. He's adding nugs. You giving them free nugs, paying their rent, helping them find money on the ground.
Even better, he's doing it before they even know it. The old God, you had to actually feel pain. Oh, I'm suffering, and then pray. Now, before you even know it, it gives you the thing you wanted and puts you in the past of your timeline with different problems, and so you shift.
Yeah,
and now you're like, you don't even know there's no problem.
Yeah, he seen Cryo sitting at the house going, dang, man, I ain't going to be able to pay my car note. He just sent you a check
All of
in
a
the
sudden,
mail.
you don't even have that thought.
Let's see this one of the rings of hell. God not. He said, Big Chill said this one of the rings of hell. God not here. God not here. You got to find your way back to him. Why God always
God
got to
don't like
be a
ugly.
he? Why God always got to be a he though?
Why God even gotta exist if we got no evidence?
Because an atheism is saying the same thing as an atheist. They're just saying, hey,
Yeah.
theism.
Theoism.
It's all the same shit. Theism.
Atheoism. That's what it is.
Hey, I'm
Hey,
like, what do you want?
and I think people are afraid not to believe in God. Cryo. That's a known fear because if you don't
But
believe,
also,
you
it's
can't
like,
get into heaven.
and imagine if it's like, and then if you only believe because you're scared that you might not get into heaven, then that's a fake belief. It won't work. You're like,
Then you double
well,
don't get
just
into
in case.
heaven. But let's be real. It says in the
But then
Bible
it's
that
like,
once you get saved, you can't be unsaved. So like, if I was saved in the past, I'm still saved, even
Either
if I don't
or.
believe
but
anymore.
I'm just saying, too, like, we're talking about the average mind of like somebody in the Western, like, who just intuitively comes in. They're like, heaven and hell and this and that. The court system looks just like the church. All right, we're getting too deep. But
Getting too
yeah,
deep because sometimes you in heaven and
hey,
sometimes
save
you
them
in
all.
hell. You in both
Yeah,
places
right
at
now we're in
once.
heaven, hell,
we
hell,
have
heaven. We're in quantum reality.
we in heaven right now. And
For real.
what
How do
is
we
the
know we're not?
etymology?
Nothing could ever prove that we're not. Huh?
What is the etymology on heaven?
The etymology on heaven is it's heavy and it has a lot of no lies in it. Heavenly. That's a good question. I never thought of that before.
Oh dang. Okay, the word
Etymology on
heaven comes
heaven
from the Old
is,
English word
you
"heophon,"
got it?
which originally meant sky or firmament.
Oh, but I'm seeing right here it says heaven. Yeah, heophonic, celestial or divine, beautiful or divine lovely.
Mm.
And it was with reference to the celestial quote unquote music of the spheres.
Old Saxon, Heban, in Icelandic,
Damn
Himin,
Galileo.
in Gothic, Himins.
The
Damn.
English word is attested from late 14, a heavenly place or a state of bliss.
Look up the etymology of the word hell.
Oh, okie dokie. Comes from the Old English word
I don't think
"heal"
you're
or
allowed to say
"heli,"
that anymore.
which was first used around 725
Heli.
AD. It comes from the Proto-Germanic word "heljo," which means concealed place or the underworld. That how come none of these words mean what they really meant back in the days? Like, what the hell happened?
Things shift over
Because they're
time.
living in such a
There's a
shocking
term called
reality. Now we
linguistic
sweeten it
drift.
up. They just sweeten everything up to be all soft. Like, oh, you can't say that anymore. You have to
Uh,
say, and something very sensitive.
Big Chill said we
Sweeten
already
it up.
didn't. Big Chill said we already didn't get into heaven. We the rejected ones. And the Spanish word
Nah.
Oh,
Alley Cat said in the Spanish word for sky, heaven is what? Clelo ceiling. You're getting dark. Go
and we
back to
got
the aliens.
penicillin.
Baby said LOL. Hey, no, you gotta get dark sometimes. What's up, Ty?
Hey, hey.
Ty just
What's
came
good?
back from heaven
Right.
right now.
What's good?
Holy Taya.
Sanzu just went. They had to trade him.
Had to trade.
Is Tay short for Teo?
I don't know, is it?
It's for Teo.
Because I know Ty ain't short for Tayo, you know what I'm saying?
Have you ever well, okay, why when we go to ugly places on psychedelics we call it, why do we call it hell? Or like if we go to a beautiful place, it'd be like you feel like it's heaven or something.
It's
I
all
feel like
pain,
that's a
baby,
verb,
desire
like,
and aversion.
I feel like it's some type of a verb where you say, oh, I'm hell right now. Oh, this is hell. It's like something you're doing. You're going through in a way.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
that's what I
feel
was
like.
on. People say it every day. What the hell is going on?
I'm high as hell. Hello.
Hello. Let's see. Truly, no way. He said, truly, no way of knowing the true feel of the language since it's always evolving and we weren't there. How you? How y'all doing tonight? We doing good. Unified, sanctified, sanctified.
Feeling good, brethren.
Yeah,
Smelling good.
feeling and
Yeah,
smelling.
words change so much. I was going over earlier. When you add
Perception,
W to words,
angels,
why does it
angels.
change the word the way that is said? Like if you have that, but then you put a W in front of it, is what? But it's this whole linguistic crap. But
Yeah.
the way that W is really pronounced is like two O's put together
Yeah.
in the past, and then over
It's like
time we
where
developed
or
the word
where.
W as we have now. Yeah, like
It's
where
like,
and
if you look at all the tenses, you got like a whole set of them got the T's on them, the W's. Where, what, when, why.
Where,
There, then, they.
where, what?
yeah, why isn't it what air? Yeah, why isn't it what air?
Fancy H? Is it a fancy H or is it actually a W? The Indian people, like Sadhguru was like, vibrant. It will be vibrant. It only has a little V in it.
Yeah, this is the double V, not a W.
A double V. Ooh.
That was on what's up, ET? That was on Family Guy. He said, "Why you say what like that?" He said, "What you mean? What? What?"
Oh, I remember that.
Why you say
I
it
get
like
it now.
that?
I thought it was just Stewie being Stewie.
Oh shit! OMG.
Shouts out to ET.
Shout out to ET. Hey, do you think the government gonna reveal? Do you think when the aliens come, it's gonna be government aliens or is it gonna be real aliens? Do y'all even believe in real aliens?
That's the hyperdimensional thing. We're all aliens on Earth. We're fighting inside of ourselves. The government agents are in a simulation, inside a simulation, fighting the real. Okay, we don't say the A word, otherwise that's gonna cause.
This
But
gonna
yeah,
deduct one
I'm gonna
life,
say
like
it.
Kendrick
I'm gonna
said,
say the
deduct
word.
one life. He
Cryo,
said,
you want to say the A word pass?
Wait,
you don't have a pass, Cryo.
Unify said
Archons.
Unify said that Jesus used hell to refer to the garbage dump in Jerusalem where the vulture will pluck out your damn eyes. You all know what
Yeah.
you all know
it
what
was a place.
Christian is and the purple. What the heck?
It was an actual place.
The Archons.
Was it the let me see. Something to do with Eddie?
Tortoruses.
He said it's the Archons. The Archons, that's who it is.
I think I like this voice a little bit better.
That one's most biblically accurate. That's how you would sound back then. That's how they talk.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna play Demon
a
right now.
Greco-Roman thing.
The Greco-Roman.
Gehenna. That's what it's
That's
called.
what you meant.
Yeah, Gehenna. Gehenna.
Yeah. That's his
Yeah,
name of a
Gehenna.
Slipknot song.
Gehenna.
Now remind
Gehenna.
me. It's
Gehenna, yeah.
Man, ET always. Man, y'all ain't gonna keep coming in here rolling up weed, and y'all know I don't smoke no more. Yeah, we rolling up some
No,
rolling up some gelato. Go on and fire up that blunt, Theo. Man,
Wait, you
y'all
don't
got
smoke no more?
jokes.
I told
Nah.
you I don't smoke, bro. When I'm not smoking, I'm talking. Like right now, if I say I'm not talking, then by the time you hear it, I'm not talking. It's a simple way to get through the rhythm.
I'm
You have
neither
good boss
talking nor listening.
I'm going, golly, man. I don't have the urge to smoke any ganja, but I have the urge to smoke some ganja. I ain't gonna hold you. I do have the urge at times when I drove by the cannabis club. I want to just pull in.
We're always shedding our
How you
skin.
say that?
A human is like a dragon / a butterfly / a lizard or a snake. Like I feel like by the time you don't smoke for a week or two, you actually forgot what it's like to be high fully.
Yeah,
And then once you
fully.
smoke, you don't even know what you're like, I'm craving something. What did I like about? And then once you smoke, you're back in.
Yeah.
Like you said, every guy you've ever been is there. You're like, oh fuck, it's a place old as time, older than your actual age as a human. When you're in that state, you're like 1,000 years old.
Hey, you know what I like when I start back? I like when I get that paranoia. When I get hella paranoid, you feel me? To where I'm looking out the window. It's like I know they coming. I just don't know which way they coming from. Okay.
And I saw it, bro. It happened so quick the other day. I saw the plants. They look just like the Nintendo game. I'm like, I'm in a fucking simulation. I'm like, I would call Case too, but she's fake too. Because this is all simulated right now. I'm like, this is fucking simulated. But I knew I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, he's going for it. He's fucking crazy. He went out there and he is on weed.
Oh.
And I was just like, you guys are crazy. I was looking at those thoughts.
He said I would
I just
call
kept
Case
quiet
too,
for a
but
long
she
time.
fake too. She gonna tell me exactly what I want to hear.
And then by the time I was in the grocery store, I was looking at some peanut butter chocolate chip cups. And then I was like, the come up was done. By the time I left the grocery, I was like, easy.
Yeah, easy.
It's on the other side.
That's the one thing. I going to the grocery store when I'm high. I just buy a gang of stuff that I know I ain't gonna eat, just because it look good
Not
at
a
the
good
time.
idea. Yeah.
He said,
Either it's way too much.
At everybody trying to get
Shit that you won't eat.
He said, paranoid feeling. Check
Did you
yourself
share the
before you
Discord?
wreck yourself. Shit, I be liking that shit. I like to get paranoid because it's a different venture. It's a different, feeling. And it's like, I can't do nothing but laugh.
Yeah.
Like I'm like really paranoid right now. Ain't nobody coming to get me, but I know they coming. I just don't know which way. And I'm looking out the window. I'm like a crackhead or something.
It's like that soothing. It's kind of like a purge. Like some part of you is vomiting. It's like being on LSD. On the edge of- You're riding a fucking ride at the amusement park.
Hey, exactly. That shit be having me laughing like a motherfucker. After I catch my paranoia, I catch up with it. But for the time, I let it kind of go. That's the thing that's another thing that I like about psychedelics is that when you dive in, a lot of times you go into these things. You go into a paranoid state. You go into the scared state. You go into the love state. You go into all these different states, and you begin to learn how to handle them. You learn to navigate through them.
Yeah.
And not let them
And
take
that way you can
over.
like anticipate them.
Yeah.
Because by the time you're not anticipating it at all, like in music, you can't anticipate it. Like you can't slow it down. I think the mind moves at the same rate. Like real life moves at that musical rate. It's like do 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 do. It's at that smooth rate. And when it's simulated in your mind, you can slow it down where you need to and stuff. But it's
Yeah.
like going through these things, and psychedelic spins your mind into that music or that code.
Yeah, and you just after a while you know how to deal with it. Like, dang, man, I remember it had me in the understanding the people that's like suicidal, bro. Like that shit was crazy. It was dope at the same
Yeah.
time because I see like it made me see how some people can't escape that feeling. Like it don't matter.
Because I
Like
feel like people get you could be like easily distracted in everyday life, but that extra tangent space and just that focus of psychedelic give you the space to really run that simulation.
yeah,
That's why they say a lot of smart people, so called, get into that because it's just a translation of how loud do you pay attention to your thoughts, or how loud are your thoughts and you paying attention to what each one is going. And then some people, when they
Yeah.
thoughts are loud, they like and taught certain ways. They say, "Oh, this is since it's the voice I hear, it's the only voice I'm always going to hear. Like this is my friend voice. It's always telling me the right things when I hear it like this. Like this,
And I
if
feel like it's
anything else
because
pop
like,
up, it's trying to distract me or it's trying to
yeah.
get me."
and even though it's
Saving
like
Christ was
there's some smart people jobs, it's
yeah,
like everything in our culture
Babylon.
is kind of like that factory job. So either any type of intelligence or a lot of that like really high value intelligence in our culture is like skimming over information and finding little like things quickly, but that could be like blinding in a way
Yeah,
for
that
the
yeah.
average. Like if you take
They
that
get
into the
stuck into
psychedelic realm, you'd be missing the whole
stuff
thing.
into. Man, he just said something. Hey, you know what? Unified. I didn't even know that, but when I heard it, I'm gonna tell you what it. This is what he said. He said the first Christ was Medea, Lady of Babylon. Right? Check this out, bro. I never when I barely just heard. It's crazy you just said that. I barely just heard of that. Not even 2 days ago. Medea, Lady of Babylon. I never knew what that was, but the first thing that came to my mind, it made me think of how Tyler Perry plays Medea.
It's the truth, though.
I
I hear
said,
it already.
yeah, I said that's why that the energy of that name or what that is, a lot of it. I said, and which is crazy, bro. Now I'm gonna have to go look up more on it because I just heard them mention the Lady of Medea, the Lady of Babylon, and I'm like, going, wait, Tyler Perry played Medea, and and trying to, the correlation, like Just Ty say of it was just like phenomenal. So now I got to go check that out and look more into that. I'm glad you brought it up. Matter of fact, let me go right here and go look right now and see who this is. Medea, the Lady of Babylon. I said Medea.
They put Medusa.
Medea, the Lady of Babylon. Nah, it didn't put nothing. Yeah, Babylon is not recognized phrase, but it literally refers to the
Who's
creativity and
Babylon?
creation of the great mythology figure Medea being placed in the context of ancient Babylon, potentially drawing parallels between her powerful, vengeful nature and the imagery of a mysterious, influential woman form a powerful ancient city like Babylon. Damn, what if that's what Tyler Perry made, huh?
People did carry
That's,
that down. As Crowley used to
is
talk
that his
about that
film
too.
studio?
He used to talk about the great woman of Babylon and him being the prince beast and the marriage of the two, and that's what allowed him to be able to realize a lot of things in his life.
Dang,
Uh,
Like
look.
how to
and Jimmy
properly do
Page and
heroin,
Jimmy Page and a
disregard his
lot of other
family.
celebrities copied off of him. So the celebrity train keeps going.
Yeah, it keeps going because it says she was a powerful sorceress. Her history often represents themes of
Everything comes on my
betrayal.
bad.
Oh goddamn! That is Medea from Tyler Perry. Her story often represents themes of betrayal,
Oh,
female rage, and the
oh,
destructive power of revenge. That is, oh my God, Tyler Perry is a fucking genius, bro. He's a genius. Cause that's Medea right there. You feel me? She rageful. She always, what's up with it, King Rael? She's rageful. She always she revengeful and all that shit right there. She don't let nobody get away with shit. Remember when she went into that house? Hey, and she was like, and homegirl was like, I just want to go get some of my clothes and get some stuff. And she was like, hell no, we about to tear this shit up. He did you wrong. We about to get. She was cutting the couch and everything, bro, with the chainsaw. Oh my God, that is fucking crazy. That is the genius. And I think this is what. I think that's what they do. They use these different names because they know the power that these names carry. So if you can use that name and then use the same fundamentals of who that person was, it's gonna carry the same power that it did back then, right today. And Medea,
Because times never changed.
yeah,
And it's a big it's like a big spiritual corporation. You put this Nike sticker on there and then the Nike check.
yeah.
But it's a real thing.
Let me say,
The energy signatures.
while the gods, Medea became insane due to.
Like how you said you found the one of your journeys and how they find a lot of fashion design symbols in ancient times. They just put different colors and change it 30 degrees or something.
Yeah, that's
Then put it out
wild,
there.
bro. That is wild. That's wild. Nike did it. Puma did it. I said all these names of certain gods that they, Hermes.
Even
Hermes. The,
In fact,
I was watching
from the family of royal god.
I was watching this thing on Pokemon earlier, and they was even Pokemon is one of the biggest global things in the world when it comes to merch and people attention and stuff.
yeah,
But it's actually based off of the Shinto religion in Japanese, where they believe that everything has a spirit, even what Westerners would call inanimate objects and stuff.
yeah,
So like seeing everything everywhere, all the things popping up, they all represent the different spirits that's around. And they just put a different name on it
The
in a way.
pocket monster.
But it's the same thing.
Arrow says the
Isn't it
devil.
like in the
What?
original Pokemon
Man,
they
you
have
fine. Wait,
cards?
hold on. I gotta use the restroom real fast.
What'd you say?
Don't they have like Pokemon cards in their pocket or some shit, and they're like calling on that pocket monster, that Damon?
Wait, I did that.
Hey,
I used to do that in
know
high
that-
school. I told my friends about it. I was like,
Damon.
if you put this card in your pocket, you gain its powers temporarily. And they started
I
doing it.
knew there was something about
See?
you.
I was the one that invented that. Like, you literally could, like, it was a mnemonic device. You use, like, the moves of the Pokemon as ideas for, like, how you're going to alter your behavior temporarily. And it works.
Cause bro. That's what I'm talking about.
You're a
Put in the word.
gyrational gin.
This was like a decade ago, though, bro.
No, it just happened
No,
just
you've
now.
been born. No, I wasn't born yesterday.
or was I? I don't know.
Or was I? Huh? I was born yesterday. Officer Baby Legs.
Baby genius alert. Remember that movie? All the babies was talking and
Baby
stuff.
Boss Baby.
They was all
Baby
born by
genius.
dolphins. Had dolphin births. They was able to talk and
You are not the father the dolphin gave birth. You are not the mother. I'm dolphin here. But yeah, that's obscure reference. Back to the Just Tie Fractal Cast.
But no, the way we pay attention to these archetypes that's right in front of our face, you don't even gotta go back to the ancient ones unless you want to. Now you can
been
extract
seeing
information.
You seeing that guy with the dolphin humanoid with the hood, with the purple dark black hood, and he's just like, I'm a dolphin.
From
He's a human.
SpongeBob?
I don't know. I just see
Oh
it.
damn!
It was
right
put his
there.
phone on SpongeBob.
Wait, hold on.
As part of the Dolphalami.
The Dogon tribe by Falami syndicate. Ancient times. But I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the original Pokemon like? Oh, I guess they had actual.
They said it used to be these cards that they had, and people would paint them, and then they would like play games and stuff with them. And then it was this other form of Pokemon before the God created his version, but they considered it like real scary and stuff, like the themes and stuff that was involved. It was a little different. I'm trying to look it up again. But then the
Wasn't
other
it
guy
like
came up with
Digimon?
his.
Digimon was like they had a computer in their pocket or something.
Digimon was a whole nother level. Yeah, they had the virtual world mixed with the so-called regular world, and then they had these digi pocket devices that was sent from the digital world to them because how their soul and spirit and stuff was.
Demon. Yeah, that's demonic. That's not Bible. That's definitely.
It's called Digimon. Demonmon? What? Huh?
Demonmon. No, I was thinking also of Yu-Gi-Oh though. Yu-Gi-Oh, because Yu-Gi-Oh got that bad let it rip that you put on your wrist, and it holds your cards in place so you can summon from the higher dimension. Well, I wouldn't call it higher necessarily.
Yeah. No, it really was. Before they made the American Yu-Gi-Oh, they had Yu-Gi-Oh Season 0, they call it. And Yami, he was the king of games. He ain't just when he played with cards or if you lost, he like banished you to the shadow realm for real. And it was always based off of the psychology of the person that he was battling against. You know how shows play that out? That was always what they was heading for. What they was looking for. But it was a lot more spiritual in that aspect of he controlled the different realms. That's what made him the king of games. Like the whole world is a game.
The hyper demon, he could blend realms. That is demonic as hell in every appropriation of the word. Sounds like fun.
It's a blast.
It's a blast.
I'm a level with y'all. I disagree with everything that Unified Sanctified said. I disagree with all of it. And I ain't even a Christian. I just know it don't make sense according to what the text says. That's all.
You said Santa Claus was unified
I
by
thought you said
somebody.
Santa Claus too. Santa, what'd you say?
Hey, look at this. It doesn't say sanctified. It says sanctified or sanctified.
Sanctified.
Where are we going right now? Is this from the Quran?
He said, "Well, let's see. Oh, dang! I have it right here. I'm missing the chat. I'm getting phone calls and everything. Bible says there's one greater than John the Baptist that's born of a woman. So this means Jesus ain't it, boys. Man, Jesus is the one. Jesus is Neo. What are you saying? Man, you need to hold on, let me share. Man,
go in, bro, go in.
Jesus was high as hell. He found meditation. He found the gurus.
Send you this invite. Quit playing.
That's the funniest thing, bro.
What are you talking about? Jesus
Unified said that. But it was a quote of Jesus himself. So if Jesus is saying that about him, it's a compliment rather than taken literally.
Whatever Jesus said is to be taken with a grain.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It's Jesus. Thanks, Cryo. I couldn't share it. Man, come into the Unified. You need to come into the chat. You need to be a part of this in here.
Because we consider this and that the world started 5,000 years ago. Come on.
Yeah, you know it did. Like you ever speak on Jesus like that again.
You talk about something that goes against history and science. I'm talking about immorality.
Like I seen pictures of Jesus. I know he real. He took a picture at Puff Daddy party.
I'm agreeing with Martin Roman Figura. I agree with him.
What?
He got the right idea. He said, "I'm gonna need y'all to start pulling up primary sources for these claims." That's what I'm saying. We don't need no secondary sources. We don't need none of that. My only source is the Bible, King James Version.
Because think about it,
that's
if you have
even
honey
worse.
mustard, you're gonna want ranch. You want other sauces.
Did you just say the King James Version?
That's the good version, bro. That's the one you want.
Why?
That's
Because
the
King
good guy.
James
You
wrote
think
it?
that's the good guy?
No, because
Well,
it's
because
one of
they
the
have
only
green
versions that
light
actually has deeper descriptions and metaphors, like versus the NIV, New International Version, that just guts it all and explains it simply rather than effectively. If you learn how to read King James and know how to read it properly, there's no like secret code. If you just know what the words mean in the sentences, you're gonna be way better off than like ESV, which is better for people who are just trying to learn about like history of Jesus. What I'm trying to say is there's esoteric material in the King James Version which is lost when it's translated into NIV, ESV, NLT, things like that.
But I'm just saying, King James Version ain't no different really than any other version. All the versions got stuff that's been added to. You feel me? That's like that's just
like
what
what?
it is. Added and
Like
taken
what?
out.
You should. Well, that's the surprising part. You should see the translations between the differences. Like what I'm saying isn't that they add a bunch of stuff. What I'm saying is there's this juice in the flesh of the fruit of the truth in this book, according to Christians at least. And when you squeeze it, you get that faith when you drink it, right? And it feels nice.
He said, when you squeeze, you gotta squeeze it.
That's what I'm saying. And you gotta read every day.
What the hell the thing?
I read the King James Version.
No,
I read a few different versions. I read the Jehovah's Witness version, the King James version. I read the the Mormons version. I read a couple of different versions, and they was what they was at the time, but now I just love Jesus. Okay. I mean, see, you don't understand the Jesus story. You got to understand the Jesus story is in every movie.
King J-Dog?
It's in every movie. It's the
Oh
story.
my God. I'm sticking up for my people. Oh no, I don't want any money. I'm just trying to talk. Oh man, no. Great stories about this. No, he actually didn't die. Hold on. The aliens are resurrecting him. He's back.
And Cryo Unified said Jesus just means Hell Zeus. Wasn't even invented. J wasn't even invented.
You act like the invention of an English word is such a big deal. That's the thing. Just because there's Yeshua and that gets translated to Jesus when English people speak it, doesn't mean that the Christians of the past didn't call him Yeshua. And a lot of people try to bring it back.
My boy Yeshua got locked down by archdiocese for shooting at the
and you know the craziest thing? Yeshua translated to English as Joshua. So you want to call Jesus Joshua now? Because that was his name.
I don't know. I think I just look at it as these was just stories, life stories of your journey.
And to tell you the truth, there's nothing wrong with a lot of the church philosophy, Plato, and different lenses crafted through the Greeks and the Romans to describe the mythological truths experienced by Christians in their own sacraments and religious experiences. That's like saying that Christians aren't supposed to have philosophy or math even because they're Christians. That's not true. Some of the most important inventions ever were made by Christians in scientific discoveries.
But it's just a mixture. They're just trying to see where it came from because some appropriations would say the name is pronounced Yehudi.
Yeah, it changes over time.
Like it would be Thoth.
But
is it Thoth or is it Woden or is it Master Jesus or is it Guru G?
Every religion was crafted behind whatever the first religion was.
Which was Zoroastrianism.
Was it?
I don't know. That was up there. That was one of the oldest ones. Right, Alley Cat? Am I right? They worship the fire and the nothingness. Same as every other religion, but they got...
If you're going to be typing all caps like that, you better jump in on this Chizat. I'm going to repost the link.
I think the story always comes about itself as well. Like, no matter what, that story is going to speak to the human.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Especially when you talking about marry, because you come home and then your girl tell you she pregnant. You feel me? And God did it.
Because there's so many stories. Yeah, I know.
Well, now,
Who's
if you
baby
came
mama is
home,
that at the end of the day?
if you
I'm not paying
came,
any child
if,
support on that.
let's say you and Jamina and y'all ain't had relations in months. You feel me? And you come home and she like, I'm tired. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm pregnant. And like y'all ain't had sex in a year, and you like, okay, what the fuck? Like,
Oh,
well,
I went in.
God
Jesus,
did it.
I'm sure all right with
I went
that.
into the woods, and then a light came over me. That's where I was at. I
Would
was in the woods.
would you believe it though?
No.
You'd be like, oh, gee willikers,
Ooh wee, dang.
I love
Well,
Jesus, and
nah,
I
you
I'm
know
gonna
like,
have
that's
that's the Antichrist. That
I'm
ain't
gonna have to go talk to
Jesus.
God about
That's the
this.
Antichrist.
I'm gonna be kind of.
Like, hold on, wait, what color was the light?
I'm
What
gonna have
did the
to.
tip look like? We
I'm
gotta
gonna.
trace them down.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna have to go call God and be like, "You slept with my wife? My wife?"
Yeah, come on, God. What the heck? I was chilling with that lady. She was supposed to be mine.
Yeah, she's supposed to be mine. Well, this, it's the immaculate conception. I didn't actually sleep with her. I just spermed her.
Mm,
It's like,
I
wait,
just
my
hit him
It
with
boy.
was
that.
the magic.
Like, hey, you like how you not gonna follow the bro code? Like you God. Like the bro code is we
And
don't sleep with
Joseph
each
was
other's
just there, bro.
girls. We don't sleep with each other's girls, okay? And she's pregnant. Like, today that would have been something crazy. But I think back then, that was one of the things that they just portrayed is the fact that, that's what made a person special. If you was a child of God, it made you just, God's child or whatever. That was one of the things they did. So, on that note, it's crazy to accept a lot of these things. To me, it's crazy to accept.
Yeah, it is. And then it said, oh, it's just belief, and these things happened 2,000 years ago, and now things are just different, but no record of anything in between ever happening like that.
Because they could have never, like, imagine when they released the book, they knew it was an allegory. They're not like, oh, I know Brenda. She was 747. She's from Old Testament. She's down the street. They probably knew what it was at the time.
At
They knew
the
it was like
time they
a
understood it.
allegorical, a mathematical thing. And
No,
it has
you're
to
right.
do with seasons and cycles and planets and rivers.
You on about that one.
Yeah.
And then later in life, the corporation take it over, and the grassroots startup is not what it used to be.
It's the same as
They do a GoFundMe.
hey, just saw it's the same as a rapper blowing up on TikTok and then they come into him and go, "Hey man, we can make you even bigger."
And then you never hear any more originality.
Yeah. Hey,
He's
so
a
You
wide
don't
end
need to
now.
talk to your old friends anymore.
Oh my God! Let me stop making jokes because Jesus is the Christ. He is. I
Yeah,
don't like.
LeBron James is king.
LeBron James.
Hell, you can't speak on Jesus these days, bro. You'll get crucified.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you try to be Jesus, you get crucified. Because there's this
Yeah.
culture nowadays of sin. To be honest, I'm not even a Christian,
Hell no.
and I feel it's true. There's this
Imagine.
culture of sin where if you just want to say, "Hey, for once, let's stand up for the truth and responsibility," they say, "Fuck you. We have a collective truth of standing against you, you goody two shoes. No
Yeah.
snitches, no bitches."
Yeah, they said because you know what I started to see, Cryo. I seen a lot of people now, a lot of church leaders coming back and say they are the reincarnated Christ. Like you see it, like it's this
Imagine, you
one
just
dude
be
in
like
Mexico.
They try to lay around like a Greek with a crown on and shit and impregnate all the people of the land.
It just made me think about some people that that like the one dude, you know, that took all the LSD and then he said he walked around, you know, believing he was Jesus for about 3 days. Like he walked around believing he knew he was Jesus.
Yep.
He
At
knew
that
his place
level,
in the molecule.
I realize I don't know anything. I feel and think everything.
Exactly. And that's the thing. But that's the best thing about it is like when you come to the realization that you really don't know shit. These are just ideas running through you.
It's impossible to know anything. In
Hey,
a
my
way.
Nah, there are things you can know for sure. Because if you know how to stand, then you're enabled to stand. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you can.
saying?
Yeah, but when are you knowing it? Is it still there when you're not knowing it?
Yeah.
It's all that weird
It's on
shit.
that robo level, that muscle memory.
Yeah, that killed me.
I
That's
know,
one of
but
the
we're just talking about semantics. Like, it's all different words.
hey Cryo, that's the thing when I started hearing people say, you know, it's all about balance. I'm like, you learn balance when you started walking. You learn
When
how
they
to
say it's
balance
all about
yourself.
balance, they just mean let's stop the extremes and try to make it so you suffer less as a result. Which is sort of like the middle way in a way, which is never really a bad thing. But there's
No.
certain times where you have to
Like
hit a
you
certain
find balance through walking though. That's I mean like that's when you do the action. That's when you start finding the balance.
Man, you learn that. That was like one of the you know, treasures you learn at 1 years old. You learn balance. Learn how to balance yourself.
It's so weird. In a way, we're always doing that. Like reality, even if you learn something on the go, you still have to like use a reference point to balance back, like
Yeah,
vertigo and all this.
it
And
was
some people got some good reference points. Like imagine your mom and dad is part of the circus. You doing backflips at 3 years old.
oh yeah, yeah.
You got more of a adaptability, more of a variability for that self balancing.
It's wild because like, you know, all this stuff we talk about when you like Ty, I know when you go talk to your daughter, I know she be like real consciously aware of shit that you just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, ever since I had that acid trip when she was like 1 or something, and I looked at her, it was a confirmation for me, so that what the fuck factor I
Yeah.
can kind of work with in reality, no matter how trippy it is. Cause I'll be thinking some things, and then she'll say, "So did you see this?" And I'm like, "That's exactly what I was just thinking."
Yeah, and it's like, dang man, wait, hold on, how'd you even? That's Blake, bro. When I was off the mushrooms and I looked at him and he came in there, bro, it was like he was God talking to me, like literally. And I'm like going, what the? How you know this shit? And I'm like going, oh yeah, I'll be in there talking all the time. That's how I think that's it. I think that's how you know.
I know. Sometimes it's a miracle. You'd be like, "You're from this universe too." We're all in the same one. Damn,
Uh-huh.
you're famous.
Hey, I could talk to you. Don't you know some people, some adults really can't talk to kids. Like they really got kicked out of the Kids Next Door program if you watch that show. You know, you get your memories wiped and you do
Yeah.
all these adventures, everything means something. Like all the acronyms, all the words and stuff, like they was so creative. And that's why I'll talk about the synapses in our brains and just on the physical level what the mushrooms is doing, like how kids' brains are so connected literally differently than adults, but with different experiences that adults have, it actually like connects the brain in ways that it formerly was.
They be just mini me's. They be mini me's. That's how I come they be ahead of their goddamn time. Like it be
I
tripping.
shall call him.
Cause like a lot of stuff we be talking about, like when we talk about the different gods and stuff, when I talk to like my older kids, like the ones in their 20s, they learned all this shit on video games.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'll be telling a story and they had to go to God of War or you feel me, or tell me one of these games and be like, yeah, it showed that on Assassin's Creed. You ain't remember on this. I'm like going, what the hell? I wasn't even paying attention to that.
They're well versed in demonology at that young age.
At that young
thought it was-
age.
It's the same
And all
story
the
though.
subtleties. Yeah.
It's the same story. I thought it was just a game.
Yeah.
But when you see it, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but
It's
It's
what,
life
the
or the
same
video game.
thing. It's
and
that
that's
Pokemon from South Park when they're actually over there bombing some people, but they're on a game.
yeah, that thing you was saying about the Pokemon shit, Ty. I gotta look that up too, bro. That shit is trippy.
Yeah, Pokemon ain't come out of nowhere. He just had a good soul and tech like Medea.
Yeah. Yeah, they be smart with that
Pokemon to
shit.
me as a kid, it sounded so like it made so much sense. And I felt a certain energy when I used to have the Japanese Pokemon card that somebody would order online or something. You'd trade for a rare card. The Japanese ones had even more esoteric feel. It's
Huh,
like pocket,
you
and it said
trap
on the
this
back, it said pocket monster on it.
you trap this dang entity and then you can have it start fighting for you in different
And you got a
ways.
Velociraptor in your pocket. Even in the show, they shrink it down into a Pokeball, and you got it in your pocket. But then it goes back
Yeah, you
as
know right when to use it. As soon as you Squirtle or something come out, I need this one right here to fight Squirtle, or I need this one. It's like almost like that's what we do in life with certain things. T. Lou has him going to
Hmm.
Galilee. Matthew
That's why I
has
used
him
to like the
going to
psychic
Egypt.
Pokemon when I was
One of
younger.
the
Because I was like, it's something to
contradictions in the
this.
Bible.
It's something to how they're using their mind to affect reality and how they're in tune with it. Like I like these
I
psychic
know.
Pokemon.
I like that
Abracadabra,
too.
alakazam.
They're
Abracadabra.
sitting there like you could feel the headache that the psychic Pokemon had, but he got results. Whatever he levitated, but you'd be like sitting there, my head. Could feel it.
Hey, Ty, Martin Roman, he said the way you guys broke down Pokemon got me thinking Professor Oak was a straight menace, like the ultimate villain.
Dishing out Pokemon to fight.
Because he had met every demon in his Pokédex. So he knows about every demon on Earth. He's the
Oh,
most ultimate demonologist.
the
And that
demonologist.
Pokemon is really equated to like arguments. Like if you have a lot of good Pokemon, you have a lot of good arguments. So you're just like a powerful person in life. So he's really like the ultimate like cheat. He's a magician. He's like Alan Watts.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I seen the Pokemon movie. I didn't watch the Pokemon cartoon like that from
That's
Pokemon
messed
to
up, bro. That
Yahweh.
it was
Great
fire.
fucking show, boys.
That
Hey, no,
show
for
back in
reals.
the day.
For reals, because a lot of these things are just overlaid. It's the same story being told in a different way with different characters. That's what I always felt like. That's why I feel like now a lot of these stories is just, characters of old. They changed the name and different things of that nature. That's why the stories be so dominant in the way that they be. Just means one who opposes. Like, dang, he said Satan's just mean one who opposes, like Pokemon.
So they have two different Satans right there because they're demonizing each other. Because demon is really a verb. Just as much as it's a verb, it's something you do in an argument. But to being a demon, you gotta demonize the other person.
Hey, Theo, you got me laughing because I never looked at it like that. When they had like the Pokemon War, like, it was just like it was an argument, right?
It makes some esoteric shit.
It was
Bond. It's like a dick bond.
it was the esoteric argument, right? You feel me?
Like if someone's being hella hot with you, you gotta be a little cool. Like I know ice pipe will cool them down a little bit. Like, I'll use some water on them, extinguish.
In the context of what he said, opposes in the context of what? Oh, Cryo jumped in the chat to talk to Unified, Sanctified.
Cryo! Preposterous! You've left him.
Do not retract your messages, Cryo. Don't do that. It's not
Lay 'em down on
right.
display.
You can still see them right there on the screen, Cryo, right there. You can't retract your messages, okay? That's what you can't do. You can't retract your messages because you're going to see them right there still.
Just like in life, you say something, it was said. We heard it. You said it.
You already said it, so it's there. It's not going anywhere. I'm just saying.
But if you want to see the A word, it's better that you don't. It's definitely good, not good to write it down either, because that'll have a record.
He said, activate secret power. He said, E.T. Luke has him going to Galilee. Matthew has him going to Egypt. One of the many contradictions in the Bible. I don't, man. If the Bible contradicts itself, I'm just saying.
Words. It's like
That's going to happen.
Once you have a good story going, you'd be like, I was down on 75. I woke up in Toledo, and then I was in Vegas. It doesn't really matter where you were, as long as he did all the blessings and the miracles, and had all the prophetic prostitutes and things.
It's like I look at it as being like no different than today, like Macbeth. Right, you got one person that wrote Macbeth. Or like, okay, let's say Pinocchio, right? You had one person that wrote the story of Pinocchio. Then you had Just Ty wrote his version. Then, Blue Flame wrote his version. I wrote my version. Cryo wrote his version, and you come out with all these different versions.
Yeah, that's what's happening now. A lot of new copyrights was put out of was put into the public domain. Like now, anybody can make a story about Popeye. I started making some images a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it just make and Winnie the Pooh. Remember last year?
Yeah.
It's like, no, only we can say who Winnie the Pooh is, says Disney. And now later in life, now we can say it too. We can do it too. And now like 50 years later, the people gonna be picking up on so much Winnie the Pooh and Popeyes is gonna be like, oh, what's the origin or stuff like that. What's the real Popeye?
Yeah, that's what I was saying about I wanted to do a black version of South Park.
Let's go for it.
A black version of South Park and call it West Park or some shit, East Park or North Park. You feel me? And then and instead of how they like all of them black, and then they had like the one white dude, like how they got the one black dude on there. Making hella ghetto and shit, you feel me? Like,
hey, what was that? What was that UFO shit you posted? True? That was some real shit or what?
Yeah, it was some shit that we seen on TikTok. It was over Oakland, California. I was just playing. It was some shit I seen on TikTok.
True was playing. True filmed it though, for real. Though. It wasn't in Oakland. It was in San Diego.
He said they just hit us with a public domain expansion. What the hell are you talking about? A public domain expansion?
Oh, what I was talking about earlier was the what's available for public use, like Popeye being able for anybody to make a story and not get sued.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was lying.
Yeah, what's up with it though? Master Creator in the building. You on your way to the Higgity?
Yeah, downtown right now. I'm about to leave soon.
Yeah, you sound like you tired.
It's like every day, man.
Said I get no sleep.
Tired of being in bliss. Tired of this shit. Why I gotta be blissful all the
time? I said the same thing though. Like, life is bliss. That should be blissful than a motherfucker every day. Every day. He say, let's see. So the devil is the opposer, while God is the composer, while we are all the supposer. Okay. The supposer. We just transmute. In humble opinion, we are the alchemy itself. Man, I don't think we know what we are, bro. We so much, because we can be anything we decide to be. It don't matter what the fuck it is. You gonna drop the water?
No, I'm a drop of water.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can be that. That's the cool thing. You feel me? I said men can be women today. Women can be men. You feel me? kids can be grown. Grown people can be kids. It's like you can be whatever. You can be a unicorn if you want to, and nobody's gonna question it.
Yo,
Nobody's.
just wait until the holograms come out and everybody got AR glasses, the overlay reality, and then it's some kind of program installed so that whatever you want people to see you as,
That's what
it
they gonna
interacts with their computer or glasses or whatever. Yeah, and they see you as a literal unicorn.
I ain't gonna never wear my glasses. You gonna be walking out there, you gonna be like, ooh, she thick. You gonna lift up your glasses, it's gonna be a dude.
Definitely.
Hey, but nah, it would be dope because it'll be like the game, like that one movie and shit. That should be like a game because that's what everybody literally doing right now. I said, when I start seeing the furries, I said a person can walk around with a damn fucking suit on like they a little puppy or something. Like they going to school as furries and shit. And it's okay. I'm surprised they ain't made a bathroom for people furries. A male, female furry. You feel me? Can't use the same bathroom.
Go ahead, use the litter right there.
Yeah, go. It's a litter in there. It got a litter box.
Like, oh, he covered his litter. Damn, that motherfucker.
Thank you. I ain't gotta use the one at home type shit. But it's like weird because like right now, like anybody can be anything they fucking want to be. Like even superheroes. A motherfucker can be a superhero right now. You can walk around and go and save your city and be a superhero if you want to, and they'll be okay with it. Be videos about you and everything. Going, look at Theo, blue.
Did you see him?
Yeah, Blue Flame Jedi.
I'll be on LSD.
Oh shit! Walk around saving people and shit. Don't throw that bottle down. Pick that bottle up. Look, he's our savior.
The Prime Minister of the Dolphins thanks you. I'm from Aqua World.
Fur babies, huh? Two genders.
Yeah, you're right. They'll
Okay,
accept a lot of crazy stuff out there.
Define this rip Furbies. Yeah, they accept a lot of different weird shit. I mean, you got to understand, like, really when you think about it, like, because we're already really doing that. Because when you walk in the store and you look at the cashier, you don't look at them as being just a person. You look at them as being a cashier. You see a police officer, you don't look at them as being a person. You look at them as being a police officer. You don't look at Donald Trump as being somebody's uncle or dad. You just look at him as being the president.
Yep. People don't like to get past that point. And then that's when they say, oh, you're just making excuses for what they do. It's like, hey, but they're a person.
Yeah, they human.
As this thing. Yeah. Doing this thing.
Doing their thing. And then them motherfuckers, sometimes they don't even act like they a person. They act like they a cashier. They act like they the president. But it's like, you can't break character. Wait, remember that South Park? When they went into that old town to go, and they stuck it up and like all the people was acting like the characters of the old town. And he like, man, where's the phone? We don't have phones at this time. What is a phone? We never heard of that. You can't break character. It's like, you be like, fuck that, man. I'm tired of the characters, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. I noticed those things because I remember, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta play.
It's not even being tired of it, but just seeing how to work with it, how to maneuver in the world.
Yeah, but
like I don't feel like getting mad at a character in the game when I can go do something else.
I know, like they'll be like 50 cents or $1.50. I'll be like, you're not real. Stop looking at you're not real. Why am I talking to you?
man. Like I'm
Right?
saying,
You don't have to phone it.
especially though.
You don't
Look,
want to hit bluegrass.
you know when a motherfucker in character because they got to dress the part. They can't just like act the character and then not dress like the character
They
that
gotta
they're
have some extra
betraying.
fucking accessory that's out there,
Yeah.
bro. That tells you they're a specimen. Like
Hey.
suspenders or something.
Hey, to the point
You
to
mind-
where hey, you can go in Target, right? And you see somebody with a red shirt and khakis on, and you go up to them and say, "Hey, man, you know where the deodorant is?" And they be like, "I don't work here." And it's like, "Damn, see, yeah, you playing the wrong part." You ain't.
I was standing
I know how
at the
that.
cash register, bro, the other day. Someone was like, "Yo, do I need the app to?" I said, "Well, first of all, yeah, I don't fucking work here. Second of all, it's all good. No worries."
That's what they did to me in
He was like,
Walmart
"Oh, my
yesterday.
bad."
I said, I don't work here.
Yeah. I'm like, well, that should be funny as hell, though. You feel me? Like,
No,
It's
it
just
was
the
funny.
assumptions of the world. I just see the programming on display, and like it's an everyday activity in our interactions
it's
with it.
a everyday
He
activity.
thought
Then
I
you
was
got
mad,
these.
though. He was like, "No." He's like it was racist or something. He was like, "No, I'm sorry."
hey,
It was cash register.
and you seen these motherfuckers that's going around and they going by the Crown Victoria and put police lights on it and walk around with a fake badge and act like they police and shit. And then
We
when
got
they
it
get
from a
pulled,
police officer.
yeah, they get pulled over by the real police, and the real police is going, "Are you an officer?" And they like, "Yeah, I'm an officer." They look at their badge and
I'm
be
a
like,
citizen officer.
"This shit ain't real."
There's like always a kid at high school that was like that.
Like, yeah, yeah. That'd be the security guards. A lot of security guards, they want to be officers so bad that they play that role of, you feel me, of being an officer, and it's like, you just a security guard. You can't arrest nobody. It's
Like
no,
I did
yes,
fucking
can.
time in a war that I can't discuss because it was a secret agent tour. You don't understand.
Yeah, you don't get it. You don't get it. I will
Fucking
arrest you
high
right
operator.
now. You see these handcuffs? I got handcuffs.
Into some freaky ass shit, huh?
hey, I see the video they did that. Look, dude, them was drunk driving. You feel me? The security guard pulled them over, acting like a police. He done put the dude in handcuffs and some more shit. They figure out he ain't a police officer. He jumped in the car and tried to drive away, and the real police came. And the real police pulled him over and said, "Why the fuck you got on handcuffs?" And he like, "Man, that dude over there, he put me in handcuffs." They go back to the security guard. The security guard acting like he a real police officer. They took both them motherfuckers to jail. They took both of them. Him for driving drunk and him for impersonating.
He's like, "Nice freaky ass adventure tale, but you two lovers are going to jail."
You both going to jail. You feel me? Yeah, like it's crazy, bro. You can play whatever role you feel like you want to play, and people out there, some people gonna believe you.
That's how people get into a lot of situations. I remember somebody, when I worked at the ice cream factory, somebody said, "You don't know about fake it till you make it."
Man, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's what you're starting to see with a lot of these influencers. You're starting to see that, that they be lying. I remember when they did the little thing and they was about to, kill off TikTok, and then all the influencers was coming out telling the truth about they shit. Like, I was lying in this video. I really don't. I made all them ice cubes and all them ice trays in order to sell them. And then, I don't use that ice. I never did.
Nope.
It came out with the little truth thing and everybody telling they truth because they think TikTok getting banned. It's like, I don't use that. I don't work out every day. I was just selling some workout shit, some workout clothes. But shit, that shit, you see them workouts I was doing, that shit was too hard.
Trying to sell hopes and dreams that they themselves be looking for, but not really attaining.
Yeah.
I'll sell it though. It's like somebody giving out good advice that they don't take themselves. Like, oh, I should
Yeah.
take my own advice.
The magician can't know the trick, and you have to be so deep in the trick that you forget the trick. So they're actually trying to sell it to themselves. They're buying it too. They're like, "Yeah, I will start working. This might work. I heard this product works.
Yeah,
Maybe it does."
I got because I've been selling products on TikTok. You ain't seen me do it in a few days because.
But yours worked.
No,
yours
look.
worked though. I tried them.
Hey Theo, I got the tooth whitening, right? The toothpaste, it don't have no fluoride in it, and they like, oh, we gonna give you 40% commission and all this shit, right? So they sent me the product and they said use it for like 3 days, see what happened, bro. I used it for 3 days. That third day I woke up, all my teeth was hurting. My teeth was hella sensitive. I said, what the fuck? Hey, they was every time I text them, they was contacting me back and forth. Then I texted them, I said, man, I don't know what the fuck is up with this shit, but I woke up the third day and my teeth was just hurting. Like seriously hurting, all of them.
Our lawyers will be in contact.
I had to stop using it. They ain't text me back.
Was it an infection or was it like teeth, like the bone weakened?
No, it was just like it was a toothpaste. It was a toothpaste that's supposed to be like, tooth whitening, but it was just a toothpaste with no fluoride in it. And what was crazy is that they said just use a little bit and you don't even gotta rinse your mouth out after you use it. And it was whitening my teeth, but it was eating up. Man, I don't know what the hell that shit had in it, but I was like, bro, I ain't promoting this shit. I need to send it back to y'all because I want to do a video and tell everybody this shit don't fuck with this. It's gonna fuck your teeth.
I started making my own toothpaste, and I have cavities, right? And my cavities have bone grown over. I started making my own toothpaste.
Out of what?
Comfrey and coconut oil.
Oh, damn. I thought you was going to say
it's a leaf. You have to extract it.
I thought you was going to say really blubber and bat knuckles or something.
No, it's really simple. It's just comfrey is just a leaf. You just make it into a tea and you just add it to your toothpaste. But because comfrey, if you're trying to regrow bones, I don't think making a tea is good enough. It will just strengthen the teeth, but it won't regrow your teeth. It will just strengthen it.
And I was hearing somebody say that.
Use a concentrate, blend it up, and then still make a tea, but use a cheesecloth and just strain everything out so you get a more concentrated thing.
Oh yeah, that'll be the best way to go. Cause god damn, boy, that shit had I woke up, I said, damn, my shit was on fire. I'm going back to Colgate.
Like people use comfrey leaves, like they boil them and then they use them as a bandage, and the bandage, the leaf soaks into the skin, reaches the bone, and regrows your bone over time if you keep doing it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Theo, you didn't know that, Theo? You fucking
and it heals skin as well.
Yeah. It was actually just There's actually this new study that came out saying something real close to that too. Growing new teeth.
Oh.
They were trying to file a new patent for it. It was I think it was Japan.
I'm so lucky I have nice teeth.
That should give
Comfrey's hella good for injury stuff too.
Because I hate my face, but my smile
here it
makes
is.
it okay.
I posted it in the Discord.
You fucking, what if you grow 2 extra teeth?
You might grow an extra finger.
Oh my god, you know how like some veneers, or I don't know what you call it, but veneers, like they look so fake because like all the teeth are exactly the same, and like it just looks so freaky.
Oh damn.
Bro, someone said, bro, you look like you have all caps teeth. They said you look like you got all caps teeth.
Oh dang. Baking soda for your teeth works too. Yeah, that's an old school ghetto method. Alec. That's the old school ghetto method, baking soda. Hey, that's when you come home and you feel me and you pour and you open the medicine cabinet and ain't no toothpaste and you open the refrigerator and ain't nothing in there but baking soda, a box of baking soda, and a jug of water. That's that old That's that old school ghetto method, right? But you need to post that in the Discord. You need to post that in the Discord that we can see how to so I can try
The
to make
comfrey
that for my teeth.
technology. For
Anna.
TikTok? Yeah, we need that, Anna.
Yeah, we need that, Anna. We need you to post that, cause yeah. Cause I'm telling you, that shit had my shit so sensitive, Theo. I couldn't eat a Cheeto. I couldn't eat nothing for like the first hour when I woke up. My mom was like, "You got sensitive teeth now," and I'm like, "They ain't never been like this. What you mean I got sensitive teeth now? Like how? Like how the hell is that? That don't even make sense. It's gonna make my teeth sensitive." Like, who is that over there? Who just popped in?
I just received an invitation from a friend. Oh, there she.
Welcome, Bridget.
Oh, I got you.
How are you
I
guys?
saw we had a mutual source mystic.
Yeah, what's up, Dragon Gifts? Welcome.
Dude, this guy's
not too much. Not too much.
Oh, where you in from?
You know,
Chilling
Ego
from Montreal.
God? That's how I met this guy. He's in another spiritual server.
Oh. Oh, so you a psychedelic user or no?
Yeah, once in a while. Been a while I didn't do any mushroom, but that's what I go for once in a while. But I'm a weed smoker, so that's a daily thing.
Yeah, I'm tired of y'all weed smokers. I had to quit. I'm gonna start back though. Hey, every time somebody come in here, they smoking the blood. Leah, we got that gelato. I'm smoking this, man. Fire that shit up. I'm like, I can't even get high right now, man.
What was the main reason he stopped?
The security guard. He just makes sure that nobody's doing any drugs because the channel's drug free. So that was true. He's a security.
Hey,
but yeah, welcome, brother.
We used to come in here back in the day. I come in here and smoke like 3-4 blunts on the live and shit. Being here high as hell. So I'll be like, fire that shit up, man. I can't smoke. That's more for you since I can't smoke. You feel me?
I just smoked and practice.
But Dragon Gifts, man, you got any psychedelic experiences to share with us?
Well, I got many. I'm trying to find a good one. A few years back, I was with some friends, right? 2005, if I remember well. Mushroom trip with two of my friends. We're playing Mario Smash Brother, right? When it was like on GameCube, like it was the first that came out kind of thing, or the second, I don't remember. But we were, smashing each other's on the game, right?
Yeah.
And, when you got one guy playing Bowser and get smashed into the TV set.
What?
I mean, when you punch the guy, for example, like in Mortal Kombat, like that uppercut that take you on the ceiling or what. I mean, in Mario Smash Brother, you had that cartoonish thing that if you get basically smashed, you were thrown into like the middle of the screen, basically like a cartoon.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, imagine that when like you're high as fuck.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. So did you ever so what has your spiritual journey been like?
Well, good question. My mom always been a sort of a open-minded person. She was weekend actually. She used tarot card. She did also use crystal ball, all sort of thing. My dad was actually a pendulum, so I kind of grew up in a sort of a open-minded uproar kind of thing, and I always looked into human being as we're all a kind of a family, but at the same time, I don't feel like everyone feels the same because everyone has for good and where they come from, basically. So yeah.
Yeah. So what you mean your dad was a pendulum? What is that?
Oh, pendulum. Basically, well, it's like I don't know if that's the right English word for it, but it's a source finder. Basically, it's like you use the pendulum to channel energy, basically.
Oh,
You
did
talking about when it's on the stick and it has a little crystal or something on the end and it can spin in a circle or go certain directions and you
Yeah, well,
intuitively divine it?
yeah, it's a little chain attached to a sort of a kind of a bulb sort of a thing, and yeah, it does actually attract the electromagnetic field, if you will, and the energy that you bring around, and you
Yeah.
can find stuff with it.
did he
You can
teach
even
you?
just take any object, like any heavy object on a string, and you can try it. Like different objects, it'll have a continuity. Like different negative or positive tonic, it'll spin counterclockwise or clockwise,
Yep.
or neutral. It won't spin.
Did you ever try it yourself?
Actually, I did, and to give you an idea of what happened is that at some point I was trying to find something on a map, and actually the thing was like, it's always going like that, right? It's
Yeah.
always like doing this thing, and at some point I was trying to stabilize my hand and the energy around at one point, and when I was moving my hand, it was basically like moving like that. At some point, to a certain degree, it was like following that path. Still, I get like too far away and it was falling back down, but you could feel the like a pull in that direction kind of thing.
Yeah, you can feel the energy pulling you that way.
Yep.
So
Is
I
did
it
you?
think that
a pendulum?
Well, I never really experienced the whole thing because I did try the pendulum of my dad when I was young, and that's how I kind of went to that extent where I knew I could probably use that, but I never tried that after. I mean, I did try a few times, and I didn't went back to it. I should probably try to find myself one and buy one, and see what I can probably feel with it today.
Oh yeah, now that you older and got a
Mm-hmm.
better understanding of it. So what about like the like the system of belief that your mom have? Did you ever like take on any of those?
Yeah, well, we kind of, I mean, as a Canadian, I mean, we're born in Catholic church kind of thing, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I mean, my mom was kind of believer, but at the same time, she kind of gave me that belief that the God that we kind of read in the Bible is probably not as what we probably think it is, just the way that some people did actually came up with the idea of it. But she
Yeah.
was also believing in the fact that there's probably something else, and it's not the way that always people feel it is. It's just she had her own belief, I think, and I think she did gave me that to a
So
certain extent because it's like for me when you call God God, I mean, is God your name? I mean, it's like if I would call you Richard when your name is Steve. I mean, it's like
yeah.
you're giving a name or a title to something that is omnipotent or that has no physical being. So how does that work?
Yeah, it
So
is wild.
that's the way I feel.
So she never had you like going to the Catholic Church or nothing like that.
Well, I did my Catholic church kind of thing, right? Uh, so yeah, I mean, I went to catechism. I went to study a little bit of study Bible here and there. Uh, kind of always liked anthropology and theology at the same time. So I did also, growing up, basically study most of the religion and stuff that is like the whole brand of the world kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
see what kind of different culture, different type of way of thinking and stuff. Probably trying to find myself somewhere in there at the same time, but never found my own house or my own religion except the one that I've been given with my uproar, if you will. So yeah.
So what's your stance on religion nowadays?
Good question. Well, I was on street about 2 years ago. For a full year, I was basically in the shelter and trying to get back on my feet. Right.
Yeah.
Um, it's kind of weird that I did have that belief that God was behind me, kind of thing, and pushing me through that moment where um, I needed probably to look into it, like believe in Him,
Yeah.
and that will help me out to get through the whole package deal kind of thing, which it did, because right now I live in my own place. I got my apartment. I got a little studio, which is also a stream studio at the same time, which
Yeah.
is fun. So
So
I kind of
do
I
you
remake
think
my life.
it was God that pushed you in that direction, or was it just you doing the things that you needed to do to get where you needed to be?
I think it was a little bit of me, but I was helped by the guy back there. It's like moment where I was feeling kind of down, or probably almost to give up kind of thing. I had that little idea or that little thing in my head that, well, I went through a motto. Basically, I invented a motto back there and still live with it. And basically, it's like now it's time to take the bull by the horn and kick his nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was you.
Yeah,
Which is dope.
it was the dragon strength, man.
Yeah. Yeah, which is wild, because I think that's what we kind of do in the sense anyway, is we use these different things to our own advantage. So it becomes this power that gives us the power to do the certain things that we do. But it's actually us who's, doing the footwork. And then you got other
Yep,
people that come along and actually help at the same time. But you don't you make it seem like, okay, God sent that person to you, but it's like
that's
a
it.
lot of people kind of see what you're going through, and they will try to help you, or they will be there in certain ways, because this is just what we do as people.
Yeah, well, that's it. And basically, as there's another part of it. I always been involved in martial art and stuff like that. So um, there's a spiritual thing behind martial art that I always been looked at first of all. Uh, I mean, to me, martial art is part physical, but also spiritual. I mean, it's not in the physical way that you got to be violent, but more of a understanding your own limits, your
Yeah.
own personal things. So basically, it's like a intern sort of a experience, if you will. It's the way that you get to find your own self, kind of thing, right?
It's like a meditation almost.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I always meditate. That's the thing. Meditation always been part of my life. So, yeah, it all goes around kind of thing.
Yeah, it's weird because that's one of the things that we talked about a lot here is about, taking psychedelics and then it have you like doing like this Tai Chi or you feel me, you do all these martial arts moves and like just the movements that you doing like they fucking feel so good and they make you feel like all powerful and it's like weird, bro.
I used to practice actually Tai Chi from my mom, and one of the guy that actually weirdly, when I was in the shelter, I had some good people around me, kind of, they wouldn't do that normally with other people.
Yeah.
But one of the security guy, because I don't know if you all have been into a homeless shelter in the past, but it's kind of like I would say, how can I put that? Eh, not close, but not far away from of a detox kind of thing. You
Oh
got the
yeah.
interns, you got some security kind of guy, that if you start to be like aggressive, they're gonna kick you out, or they're gonna take you out with aggressiveness and use force on you, kind of thing. If you start to be aggressive and violent, um, and one of the guy was actually Denis was about my height, little fucker, man. He's about 5'6", 7. Okay, he's about my height, right?
Yeah.
And we're tiny. We're tiny. Okay, like you look at us, and I mean, big boys look at us and like, what are you tiny little guy can do about us? I mean, I can crush you like a bug.
Yeah.
But this guy has like five five belt to his waist, basically. uh, uh jiu-jitsu, wing chun, or kung fu, basically. uh and what was that? Muay Thai. And what was the other one?
Muay
um
Thai.
yeah, boxing, Muay Thai, and
Yeah.
judo. So basically he has like five freaking belt. Okay. And every night, when about probably after the third month, the guy was like having pretty much he's not supposed to be your friend kind of thing, but we were getting friendly kind of thing, because I was me, no nothing bad or whatever. I'm just a cool guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
And everyone called me Dragon in there. You didn't call me by my name. My name was Dragon, and you fucking called me Dragon. That was my nickname.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, dude, you got to go back to meditation and martial art. How long have you not trained yourself? Because sometimes I was in that little corner where you go outside to smoke, because you cannot smoke inside, right? So I
Yeah.
was outside doing some Tai Chi stuff, and he was coming around and looking at me, and I love what you're doing. I mean, you need some training, I think, because I look at your feeding and you're not placing your foot correctly. So he decided that every night, now and then, when he got time around 10, an hour or two before his shift end, when he got nothing to do, we go to the chapel upstairs, and he was giving me some Wing Chun um, teaching. So
Lessons. Yeah.
basically, yeah, he gave me a little bit back of my own roots, kind of thing. So I still practice once in a while to keep myself in the
That's
in the right
amazing.
position, man.
Hey, it's crazy.
It's
That's amazing because, like, like lately, I've been watching a lot of kung fu movies, and like that's how it be. It's like it'll be chi or like kung fu, and then you got this other guy that go, okay, yeah, what you doing is dope, and you good at it, but let me teach you this method over here. Also, I'm gonna give you the drunken master.
When Salty Menace met you and she found out that you study kung fu, she was thinking, "Oh wow, he's so strong and so powerful. That's so hot." It's just this girl on the other server.
so
Oh
she
yeah.
started to have What? She started to have like a little kick on me, right? I'm like, dude, you live in Minnesota. I don't want to be bad, but you live in Minnesota first, and second of all, from what I get from what her behavior, she's like the crazy bitch. You know, you don't want to be around that. Okay, it's like, and Anna could tell you. At some point, I mean, she's borderline, right?
Right there,
but she
brother.
you might be the one to tame the dragon.
What do you want to do that?
You might be the one to tame the dragon. You never know. You feel me?
Now you guys are all playing some dangerous sports out there. I don't have any problem with none of y'all.
Show me the dragon anytime. Show me the lady dragon. I'm going to tame her for sure.
Yeah, you might tame the dragon. She might be a whole different person.
Different breed.
Yeah, she might just turn into like a squirrel or a...
Speaking of squirrel, actually, I live next to a park. All right, I live right next to a park, and that's the thing. Right now, they are hibernating, kind of thing. But that's the thing. Every now and then, I buy some peanuts and I feed the guys here. So I actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to go on YouTube real quick because I got my video of me scruffing a beautiful little squirrel, and yes, I do scruff squirrel.
Share it in the Discord, like right there in the general. Share it in the general so I can play it. What's up with it, King Rael?
Sorry.
What's up, man? No, I was talking to somebody that just popped in. King Rael just popped in the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the dragon trainer, Alley Cat. He's the dragon trainer. He the only you can train the dragon. You can make her real timid. You feel me? Theo said, man, y'all playing with fire right now. Hold on, man. Wait.
That's my channel, basically. So that's my channel. This is where I post some stuff around, and I've not posted much lately, but basically what I do with Maverick or Rick Walker also is because that was just a little mini video of my own. If you look into my channel, there's few video where I'm with Rick Walker on his Maverick show, and basically what we do is politic talks. So yeah, that's the crazy part of it. But yeah, you can see on that video, that's my little neighbor, Charlotte. She comes around. I gave her a peanut. She eats in my hand, and by the time she's eat it, I'm right there and scruffing her head like that. And she let me do the whole thing. I mean, she's a crazy little squirrel. She likes me a lot. There's a few of them that comes around and they fight for for my peanuts sometime. All funny.
You posted it in the general?
Oh, is it in the general? Hold on. I think I did put it on the chat there. Hold on, general. Where is it? I'm new to this one. Okay, there you go. General, I see it. Boom. On its way there.
All right.
Is that it? Theoretically, that should be it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you see that's the thumbnails. You see my hand on the top of the scroll. you cannot miss it.
Yeah, I'm playing it right now. Dang, you the dragon tamer, the squirrel tamer. the squirrel actually came in your house?
Yeah, on the
my
doorstep of my
goodness.
house. Actually, that's what they do. I open like every every day what I do, and mostly even if it's cold, I don't care. I will open the door like few hours just to make some aeration and make sure that my apartment's always kind of right. So you know, when it's summertime, you open the door, and I sit there around in my apartment right next to the door, and little what I see is that there's something moving on my peripheral vision, right? So I
Yeah.
turn around, and she's right there at the step of my door inside my house, but just at the step, and she's there like looking at me and like, "Hey, are you watching me?" and and she knew I had some peanut because the day before I gave some, so they know I got that all the time. So
So
I come around.
so how many of them come up to your door now? Actually, now.
Oh, I can have like 2 or 3 of them daily.
Yeah. They
It's
like.
a little family that
Damn,
live in that
dude.
park just next to my door.
Oh wow! Look at that, and then it let you
Oh,
rub him and everything.
yeah, look, that's my door. The door where I go out. If you look at it,
Yeah,
that
yeah. I'm looking right
the
now.
park is right there. The park is right there next geez, to that barrier.
That's a
So,
nice size squirrel too,
mhm,
and it's just chilling. How long did it take for you to like become close to it like that? For it would eat out your hand?
few weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not long at all.
Mhm.
No, actually, that's the thing. I always add that thing, probably because we speak about spirituality, probably because I always been a calm guy, or well, no, that's not true because I'm hyperactive, and
Yeah.
it doesn't look like it because I'm always like smooth and all. But I mean, they do know when you're a bad person or if you got bad intention. They ain't gonna come around. And if
No.
Mhm.
they feel you good, well, you're gonna have them as best friend.
Yeah. Now
I've
they.
been thinking about this
It's
crow
good
down the
service.
street. His
What you mean with the
feet trying to
crow?
get. It's because people like how you saying with the squirrels, people like start feeding crows a little bit, and then the same crow will like follow you or like keep coming to the same spot and know who you are and everything. Squirrels and crows are really very smart animals. We just from the city. You know how city folk try to play pigeons and raccoons and squirrels like, hey, get that out of here. They really
Well, actually,
survive it. They could survive in the
Uh,
city. Like, how smart are they? They
did,
really
did you
good.
know? Did you know crows are the bird that has the most like intelligent brain, or actually that can recall as much information than other birds?
Yeah, it's this YouTuber. He said a not a trap, but like an obstacle course for the
Yep.
crows to go past, and they went through all of them. They had to get the
dang.
keys, find the certain shapes to put inside the thing so it can activate the light. And if they put in the
Yeah.
wrong shape, it won't get it, and then they get a treat afterwards and stuff.
Like your 3-year-old kid who's playing with the shape puzzle thing, they will do the shape puzzle like a kid. And they actually it says that crows has like the brain of a 5-year-old, if I'm not mistaking the stats on the crows, or how they have kind of staged their brain function. But yeah, crows are like 5-year-old kids.
Yeah,
That's to get.
I started noticing the crows after one of my psychedelic experience, and like I started, it had me listening to the birds, and it was crazy because you hear all the little birds chirping, and then when the crows come, they do a whole different chirp, and they all disappear, and just the crows be out. And I'm like, going, do the crows be eating the little birds or something, taking their food or some shit? But they
Crows
disappear. Yeah, they disappear. All them little birds kind of disappear when the crows come out.
crows can actually impersonate your voice, so it could chirp like another bird, make things to that bird like a small bird,
Hey,
like it
wait.
is one of the small bird, right, come across and attack the bird.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. That. Yeah. I can
You
see
never
that.
know that.
No, I didn't know that, but I could see that. That's why they be kind of disappearing, or you'll see like if one crow come, you'll see all these other little birds start trying to attack the crow, and run it off.
Well, that's the thing, and then the crow, calls the others, and then
Yeah.
the bunch of little guys goes.
Yeah, it'd be
But
amazing, bro. And this is every morning. Every morning.
oh yeah, that's the thing.
And like at first I did a little bird feeder and had a bird feeder out there. I forgot why we took that bird feeder down. I think it was something else getting up there getting the food. So we took that shit down.
Or some squirrels.
Yeah, man. I ain't seen a
That's the
squirrel
thing.
yet. We got possums and raccoons.
The big boys.
I got a friend that lives in British Columbia. Her name is Gina. She's about 55-year-old, and she's also a spiritualist kind of person. And at some point when I was about to get on street, because I was living with some people, but the relationship between me and those people were getting to a point where it was kind of going too far, kind of shit. I decided basically, like, from one day to another, decided to while they were gone, call my cousin, take my shit out, and just gone. I'm gone. And I don't care where I'm gonna end up, basically, but I knew I was ending up on street because I had nowhere to go. So basically that's where I had to go, to the shelter. But just before that moment, probably a month or two before, I used to go like walk like on a park near one of the Montreal coastline, if you will. And there's like a lot of squirrel around there. So I go there with some munchies bar, and there's a few squirrel running around me, and they're like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And I'm like, I don't know them, but hey, you know what? I'm gonna shoot some pieces to them. So there's the little black one, a little black squirrel, which is not often seen. They're mostly like gray, brown, whatever. But this black little squirrel, after I've gave him a piece of my bar, uh, he jumped on my leg, like, to use it as a springboard. And I was like, okay, that's funny. Yeah, he kind of gave me, like, basically thanked me for, offering him a piece.
Yeah.
And that's what my friend told me, because I went on Discord to speak to her after, and I was like, that thing happened to me, and I mean, you got some spiritual knowledge here and there, and probably you could tell me what that means. And she went on one of her books, and she saw, like, on the book, it was like all the how you call that, it's all the spirit of the nature kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And on the scroll page, it was explaining that the scroll means in your life that you got, basically, like, how scroll always keep stuff around.
Yes, like,
They always, like,
storing
they
stuff.
are gatherers.
Yeah.
They are gatherers. So when you go into that bad moment in your life where you think that everything's going to shit, and you got that moment with squirrels around, and you got a squirrel basically, like, offering to squirrel, and squirrel giving you back.
Yeah.
This is basically like a sign of the squirrel spirit that you have also some stuff that you have gathered in your life, and you got to look into all what you have gathered as tools, or what you got, like, into your backpack kind of thing.
Yeah.
That you got the tools to get off the predicament you are in right now.
Oh,
So that's where I kind of looked into the solution that I had, and with that, mentality of this cruel spirit kind of thing, I kind of decided to just go on my own path kind of thing, and this is
man.
where I end up where I was at the shelter at some point. So yeah, but good
that's a
experience in life, I tell you.
that's an amazing transition though, bro. You feel
Oh
me?
yeah,
It's
I did
like
transition to something.
a dragon.
Oh well, look, there's a lot of people that before I ended up on street, I was like a shell of myself. I mean, some people didn't knew me before that I was getting more into my shell, but at the lower point, I was a shell of myself, and um, it's like you're being like almost 9 months or 10 months into that shelter, trying to get back onto your feet. You got no internet, you got no not much of a contact with your friends online and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard because I had no internet, so no YouTube, no calling, no people to go to on Discord or shit.
Yeah, you
So
have to face life. Like when you think about it though, that's dope because you kind of took yourself down to the lowest point in order to rebuild it and build it back up, and like basically like that's how I always looked at it. Like you'll take yourself down there, but this time when you build it stronger than what you did before.
well, it's kind of like I did took my house down completely to just to leave like the foundation of my house.
Yeah.
And I took the from the foundation, I rebuilt it a new house
Yeah.
with some new tools, some new material, some new stuff. Basically, change everything from the bottom down to the top. That's what it is.
Hey, yeah, it's like
So yeah,
it
it
remind
took a
me
lot of courage.
it remind me of the three little pigs. You feel me? The one that built their house out of straw, and then you got the one that built their house out of this, and then the one that built their house out of brick. It was like they fortified it was fortified more as it went up. So the big bad wolf can't come along and blow your house down. Now you built it stronger than what you did before, which is like fucking dope, bro. That's a dope
Oh yeah, and
transition.
I mean, look, I used to be like a frail kind of guy, emotionally speaking, if you will. Not frail, but um, sort of trying to get always the better of myself. But people were getting the best out of me, or putting me down at some point.
Yeah.
And this is like this part of my life, kind of thing, kind of transformed also this because I started to raise the middle finger to everyone without raising really a middle finger. It was more of a I don't give a shit about what people think or what, and I'm just doing my own shit. And look, this is where I am.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like almost like I think like even with me like over time like I used to think like that, and then I started to kind of look at things different. Like even if they're saying something that I feel is bad, like I don't really have to look at it as being a bad thing. I can take what they say and make me look at myself and go, "Dang, is this what they seeing within me?" Okay, can I change that within myself? If I can see what they're seeing, can I change that and be different? You feel me? Like not saying that what they're saying is right, but just being able to take that and look at myself and say, dang, okay, what's making them see that within me? And can I see it also?
Yeah,
Like,
makes sense.
it's like similar to
Well,
being on a psychedelic journey in a way. Like the reflections around us, and like people say, oh, like how somebody say they had a challenging trip. and it was things talking to them or things they didn't understand or different perspectives and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's like the Wizard of Oz type stuff. Like, hey, Auntie, you was there. Like
You was
here,
there.
the people around us is like very similar, even though they play completely different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? You know, the Wizard of Oz tell you at some point, or say to sorry, I'm trying to remember the name of the freaking little girl.
Dorothy. Dorothy.
Dorothy, thank you. He says to Dorothy at some point, you got to let it go. You got to let everyone thinking go. You don't care about anything else but yourself at some point.
Yeah.
And I mean, not that you want to be selfish. It's just that you don't take for offend, or you don't take what people think for granted. You just, you know, what's important is what you think about yourself. If you know you're a righteous person, if you know that you're trying to do good, whether I tell you that you're wrong or anyone else will tell you that, you don't care. You know that you're doing righteous. If you do right, actually, you're sure that if you do something wrong, well, you will feel remorse about it. But if you do right, I mean, who cares? Got to tell you what you're doing wrong. I mean, they don't know shit about you,
Yeah,
right?
they don't know shit.
Most-
I feel like that too. Is like you have to be selfless. You have to be that, because you know, how could you not be able to take care or look after or understand yourself? It like make you not be able to understand and look at others in the right way. So you have to be that. You have to put yourself first within any position. Like that's just how it is.
It makes you become like the other person. Like say a bunch of people, you know, math or something like that. And then you start hanging around people that's like, oh, we don't really like do math or something. Eventually you be like, oh yeah, fuck that too. Fuck them triangles.
Yeah.
Like I love triangles.
but that's the thing, right? Look, even my family don't recognize me anymore. I mean, they do recognize me, but they see something else. Like I've grown a shit ton in a year. It's like people goes like, what the fuck have you done of yourself? Well, dude, I was just pissed off and I'm just, you know, borderline with the bullshit. No bullshit anymore. I'm creating the bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'ma create. That's how I look at it. I'ma create my own bullshit. Look, I don't need your demons. You can keep your demons. I carry my own because I already got my own demons. So I ain't with carrying nobody demons, nobody ideas, or none of that shit no more. I already got my own.
That's it.
I'll listen to it and I'll hear it, but that don't mean I'm gonna take it with me when I leave. I ain't putting it in my luggage.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like they expect you to hold on to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because people
it's like
feel
they expect you to cry. And I do cry over everything, but sometimes shit's just a bore to listen to.
Yeah, motherfuckers will try to give you they shit, man, to make you feel the way they feel. That's what we did as kids. If we felt bad, we try to make other people feel bad because we feel bad at the time. And as grown-ups, we still do it.
Like, when it comes to actual problems, I do genuinely get really upset for the person. But I'm not trying to hear about your work day, bitch. Like, bro, oh, this person wouldn't stop leaving me alone at the counter. Like, dude, I do not care.
Oh, yeah.
Them be the
ones.
Thing, right?
Dark secrets, your family problems, whatever. Like, that shit will make me really sad. But if you're gonna talk about how annoying your day was, no, dude, I do not give a shit.
Well, that should be crazy because people will give you their day, and it's crazy because if you start your day as somebody being annoying, everybody's gonna get annoying throughout the day because that's how you made that shit. And it's like, man, you gotta wake up on the, like you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Now everything just fucked up. It's like, yeah, nah, I don't want that. I wake up in
Mind
a good
if I
mood.
ask you, how old are you, True?
I'm 50. I just turned 50 on the 7th.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna turn 45 by the month of October, so that's the funny part. I mean, we're about the same era kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
four
you guys
four
are
or 5 years apart.
Yeah.
some OGs. You're
But
bond.
Yeah, the geezers. I was telling my sister
but
that
that's the
today. I was
thing,
like,
right?
oh, go ahead.
Well, that's the thing we gotta learn, I think, and that's where I did learn um, in the past year or the past 2 years, actually, that I kind of let people enter into limits that I normally don't like people to go in, but I just leave them do. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I used to do, kind of thing, because I didn't want it to disrespect people or make feel people bad for doing something, even though I don't like it, right? And
Yeah.
now I did realize that this is were not a good way to put myself into the right place, because this is what were giving me more trouble in a way. And you know what? Learn. You got to learn really young to put yourself some limit. You got to put people under limits. If they trespass those limits, you just fuck them up.
Yeah, you got it. Like, I think one thing that I learned over time is like when I speak to people, I don't speak to their appearance. It's a certain part of the inner part of people that I speak to now. And that same inner person that I'm talking to in you is that same inner person that I am. That's why I can conversate with anybody and get along with anybody, because I'm not talking to the outside presence that you think you are. I'm talking to that inner part of you that's the same as me.
Social engineering.
Social engineering. That's what it is.
I've learned that from an IT guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's beautiful because, like, look, you in Canada, I'm in California, and we can sit and talk like we like in the same place.
Yeah. Whether you are Democrat or a Republican, or I'm liberal or conservative, or whatever we stand on, whatever politics stance, I mean, that doesn't matter. We can, as two human beings, we can relate to shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't even watch politics. I'm not even into politics. I hate to say it. I just like
Well, I'm a politic guy
Get
because
support.
I just like when Trump say something crazy. So I go, you hear what this dude said? I just like when the politicians or the people in power say something crazy, so I can just kind of laugh at it. But I don't pay attention to it.
I'm
But I
sure you
gotta
must think the same about the big orange guy there.
the orange guy. But I gotta head out, y'all. It's late right now. We've been on YouTube for 3 hours now. Coming up on 3 hours.
You're on YouTube right now?
Huh?
That's great.
Yeah, we've been on YouTube. That's what I do. These whenever you see us in Discord, most of the time we live on YouTube. So yeah, True Life Stories on YouTube.
Oh, that's cool. I'll follow you at that.
Yeah, so y'all got to say bye to YouTube because I'm about to say bye to y'all.
All right, you too.
All right,
Make sure y'all just start now.
Yeah, all right, King Ra, man. We couldn't even hear you really, King Ra.
I know, I'm at work.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. So yeah, all right, King, man.
I came back with y'all. I came back with y'all.
All right, bro. All right, thanks
fam. I
for
want to give
stopping
a
by.
shout out to my new mixtape, new album, movie dropping soon.
Movie dropping soon. Anna, thanks for bringing Dragon to the channel, man. That's cool. He's a cool guy. He fits right in.
Yeah.
He fits right in.
I thought he would. I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I'm glad she invited me. That's cool.
Yeah, you fit right in. But I gotta go and thank y'all. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Theo. Just Ty. You make sure y'all check out Just Ty channel. Make sure y'all check out Dragon Gifts channel. And I'm out, y'all.
Peace. Thanks, True.
All right.
Take care, folks.
All right. And yeah, thank y'all all out there for tuning in. It's always beautiful when somebody come in. I don't know. I'm just like one of them people that can and like to talk to everybody. You feel me? I'm real social. So just hearing somebody else's story is just always amazing to me. It doesn't matter who you are. So never be scared to come into the Discord and talk. Because as you see, you know, when somebody comes in that's new, you know, everybody kind of lets them talk. And we always had the best conversations, man. It ain't about, you know or what you trying to know. It's about just, man, getting along with everybody and just, man, being cool like we do. So thank y'all. And I'm